Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark, episode number 80. Today, of course, is the 19th of September, 2021. We got a lot to talk about over the weekend. We've got the Emmys. We've got the new Batman, whatever the hell this thing is. Is the Flash even the star of his own movie anymore? Who the hell knows? Let's talk about it right now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to the program tonight. Good to be back on HWAD After Dark. Wait, that's actually the same thing. Hollywood After Dark. There we go. Where, you know what, like as we move into like the fourth or fifth month of doing this practically multiple nights a week, it's always nice to see support from the audience. Like, I'm glad the people are here who is here. I see a lot of frequent people. In fact, looking at the chat, I see a lot of mods and a lot of wrenches. And that is a sign that I love you. That's all I wanted to say about that. But no, thank you guys so much for the support. I do want to start off tonight by giving a shout out to our newest member, Moisture. Just joined at the beginning of the stream, joining in at the IMAX level, which is hell to the yes, yeah. So I really appreciate that. You guys are fantastic at keeping the channel afloat. This number is growing all the time. This list is growing. I'm going to have to break down to a new page next week. I guarantee it. So that, of course, is the stuff. I'm going to be giving away a copy of Drunken Master 2 on the Blu-rays at the end of the month. If you want to get on that, become a channel member. It is the best way to get your name in the running. And also be sure to like the video here, because Miss Minutes, she don't fuck around. She'll cap a bitch. Support your local streamer and give it a like. All right, that being said, there is one quick thing I just want to touch upon at the beginning of the episode here. Earlier today, it was confirmed that sadly, Gabby Petito, the 22-year-old YouTube van life vlogger, she was just starting to build her YouTube channel. She was confirmed to have been found deceased in the Grand Teton National Forest. I've been talking about it on my channel, Stranger Days. I did cover a timeline of what happened with her, but I've been doing a lot of content as well as Instagram content talking about the recent events. And this, of course, was the most tragic outcome. Thoughts and prayers and condolences and all of that stuff absolutely go out to the family. And I hope that they bring her killer to justice, whether or not that is her boyfriend, Brian Landry. I don't know. It's looking like the guy did it. It's looking like he's directly involved. There's a lot of crap there. But at the end of the day, right now, support the family. This is tragic. And just, you know, because life is so fleeting. She was 22 and she was a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a sense of community, right? Like, it kind of cuts a little deeper, I think, than this being somebody else. So yeah, I just want to remind everybody that I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Anyone listening to this on the VOD who frequents the channel or just listens, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. You never know when any of us are going to go for whatever reason. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that I'm appreciative of who you guys are, and I wish for you nothing but the best. So pour one out to Gabby Petito, gone too soon, but has left a very lasting mark on this culture and this platform. So with that, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Just because. Anyway, bringing in my guest for tonight to get into some more fun topics here. We've got Anna and we've got Mad Max the Mandalorian. I know, hard to follow that kind of somber intro, but yeah.
Sad, yeah. But
well, I've been following it for like a while.
Yeah, thoughts go out to the family. I think we also need to be a little safer too. Not saying it had anything to do with her being a social media personality, but just like second guess what you put out in there too. I don't know if there's any connection or anything. I'm just saying
it can't hurt to be kinder to people in general. You know
right,
what I mean?
Yeah, be kinder to people, and also, just be safe out there. That's all.
Yeah,
and social media is not worth your life either. I'm not saying, again, no correlation. I'm just saying Keep your mental health first. And, you know,
from my understanding, like all the info on this is coming in from so many varied sources, and so many people are talking, and I've been trying to follow it. And that is exceptionally complicated to follow it because there's so many rumors going around. Like, I don't know, but they were start a van life channel. They'd been planning this, like she bought a drone, and they literally launched their very first video like a week before she died.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's
that's the one thing I would say is the more you put yourself out there, the more, you know, really think about that. There's social media could be a great thing too, but you know, the more eyes you have on there, the more it can put you in harm's way potentially. Not saying that's what happened here, but second guess it, because we do this for fun. And honestly, I wear a mask for a reason too. You know, it's crazy out there. I wish the best for everyone.
Yeah. No, I tried to protect my identity for the longest time until I was doxxed through a blackmail attempt back in October.
Right, it's scary.
2015.
It's scary what people go.
I got an email from someone wanting me to distance myself from Review Tech USA, or else they wanted me to denounce him, or else they were going to release my information.
Wow.
And it was his #1 troll. I don't know how he found out who I was. The night before that, I had been partying with Alpha Omega Sin and Happy Console Gamer. We've been going out doing Jaeger bombs in Portland.
Like Happy Console Gamer.
Oh yeah, no, they're great guys. But like, I'm just saying, it's like, yeah, this kind of stuff happens. But in this situation with Gabby and everything, it's not related to a stalker. It definitely had something to do. The boyfriend had something to do with it that we know of. That's what we assume. But anyway, look, thoughts, just prayers, condolences to the family. Be safe, everybody, when you go out there, because you never know. And again, just hug your loved ones, as we always say in these moments, because we
I would hug you right now, Matt, if I could.
Well, thank you, Max. I appreciate that.
And the whole chat.
Hug through the internet, you know. So thank you. All right, we got Shiny here with a $5 super chat. It says, hey, Matt Underhaven, Max, you only had 11 guests tonight on your stream. Was it last night?
That's true.
No, in advance. If I'd prefer, listen, I'm still going to proceed with my plans, but of course, getting people together can be stressful. I just want to do movie talk tonight.
Yeah, we should really focus more on getting each other off to hype. You know what I mean? Like, just a massive get off fest, right? Like an orgy of love, but like non-sexual. Yeah, come here for that. Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Shiny. Wait, did you really only have 11 people on watching your stream tonight? Is that it?
Maybe you meant the panel, because there was 20, 30 people watching.
It was a joke about his big panels. That's what it was a joke about.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I was busy this evening, so I totally I didn't see any of it. So sorry.
I like his panels, but they can be big. You know,
this is why I'd like to keep it small. I do. I just prefer to keep it small.
Right.
Like even going on, because earlier today, Mex, RJ, Saggy, and I were on Nerdette.
That was great.
Newsstand. It was a fun conference, but it was like 6 people, and I only had an hour. And it was, and I'm a talker, and so was Blurred and everything else, and it was fun. But it would have been better just kind of like.
Well, you see this image of me. That's what I was earlier. I didn't have to be on screen. That's like, oh my god. But is it worth it? Yes, I think.
That was a good combo. I enjoyed it. Would gladly do it again. All right. Chile here. $5, buddy. Thank you, man. Says, I have spent this whole working in Driggs. I don't know what that means. I've spent this whole working in Driggs. This whole weekend working in drag? I don't know what that, this whole time working in Driggs. I don't know what Driggs is.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Thank you for your contribution. Is Driggs, is that not an I but a U? This whole time working in drugs.
Matt, you gotta start looking up words.
You're on drugs? What?
Wait, is Driggs an actual word?
I don't know.
I mean, I consider myself Driggs, Idaho.
Oh.
Okay, is that what he's talking about?
That basically is a swear word.
Oh, that's right next to that's literally right next to where Gabby Petito's body was found. They were actually found in they were in Victor last week or before she disappeared, and that is right by where he's talking about. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There we go. Okay.
Oh, I get it now.
There we go. Well, you gotta classify that, dude. It's crazy. Ryan here asking, did you see Nancy Grace's coverage? I did. I listened to it tonight on Sirius XM, and
really?
I was yelling at my radio.
She's
and I mean,
making
I don't
accusations and picking. Ugh.
Oh no. I mean, like, look. So to kind of summarize this Petito thing, we don't know what the boyfriend knows. People are speculating, and it's like, do I think he has something to do with it? Yeah, my opinion is that he absolutely did. And are his parents hiding him? Yeah, I believe so. You know, there's a lot there that's questionable. But the thing is, like, Nancy Grace, so earlier today they said, oh, she's going to come out, she's going to do this hour-long special, 10 p.m. tonight. It's the Gabby Petito investigation. And then when they go out to do it, the body was found like not long after the announcement of the show, meaning that like whatever they had planned for that hour went out the fucking window, because now now the body is found. Now we've got to figure out what's going on. And it is like there's the amount of speculation. Like they talk about the video, the blogger video, but they don't talk about how you see the door open or the door shut as the van is driving up. You know, they overlook that. Like the internet basically helped solve this thing. And they're out there like, you know, asking like lawyers, well, what to expect? And like, not even a forensic, like they bring in this survivalist and they're like, okay, so the boyfriend is reportedly in this like 25,000 acre wildlife preserve down in next to Sarasota, right? Where there's like wild boars and alligators and snakes and bobcats and shit. And they're like, have you been there? You know, thinking like, you know, can you give us a rundown of what's there? And the guy's like, well, I haven't been there, but I mean, like, I know about it, you know, like, and like, okay, well, you can't even find someone who's been there to give us a rundown. And it was so bad. It was so terrible. Like Nancy Grace is human garbage in my mind. So
yeah, there's a lot of
scraping something. What are you scraping?
That?
Yeah.
That's my stinking mouse on my.
Oh my God. What is that from 1984?
Maybe.
Man.
Sorry.
The thing is, Max has got a snowball microphone, and it's very omnidirectional. So like it picks up a lot.
Oh man, snowballs. Jeez.
Yeah, I know, right? Like
snowballs.
Can't even upgrade to the Yeti, dog. Got to get that Yeti.
Maybe.
Got to get that Yeti Nano, baby. Only a hundo.
All right, I'll look into it. It's a lot better?
Oh yeah, a lot better.
Okay. I talked to RJ into getting the Yeti and his microphone. If you notice, his quality's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, RJ sounds a lot better now.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Usually I'm screaming through a mask, so the audio on that doesn't really.
No, I noticed that like when I've noticed, and this is just like, I think everyone has this problem, is when you start clicking around, like the mouse click is like one of the most identifiable sounds ever. And so it's very easy to like hear it in the background.
You can't hear this, right?
Yeah, I can.
Fuck.
but it's light, but it's very light. Like, okay, cool, can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear this?
Barely,
right? And that's like, again, if I just turn my microphone, you probably can't even hear it at all.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I got the unidirectional. So for me, it's a bit different. But anyway, yeah, I know. Trust me. Like if anyone moves or does anything, I generally hear it. And so yeah, I just want to know what that was. All right, let's not get too much off topic here. Okay. H-Bars with $5, man. Thank you. Says Double OJ coming 2024. That's right. They're in the chat. They've been going off and adding my last name into movies. You know, like You Only Die Jarbo, or like You Only Jarbo Once, or you know, there's a lot of craziness on there. My contribution was 2 girls, 1 Jarbo.
Oh boy.
And
stop.
What? No, what? For one, okay, there's the obvious connotation of, well, that, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like the most to me. It's like only you would reference one of the most disgusting videos of all time and then turn it into a 3-way joke. It's a double win. It's a double win. Anyway, I wouldn't pay $1 million for it though, if anyone gets that reference. It's from Office Space. Like, what would you do with $1 million? Man, I do 2 girls at the same time. That's not going to cost you $1 million. For the kind of girls that do me, it is.
Yeah.
That's very, I love it.
I can't do a Diedrich Bader country voice, but yeah, he's great. He voices Batman in the Harley Quinn show. So there's that. All right, Shiny here with $5 says mine was Jarbo Does Dallas. I've done that before. That was 2003. That was fun. Spent 2 weeks outside of Dallas. Met a random. I called up a random like phone dating line one night because I was there for my friend's wedding and I was trying to find a date. And I might as well call like Live Links. So I called up Live Links and I met this girl named Jonna. And she lived nearby and she was like, "Oh, I'll show you around." I'm like, "All right, cool." So at like midnight, I left my friend's house and I walked like the mile to I think it was called King Taco was the name of the restaurant.
King Taco.
And like Jonna picks me up in like her truck and literally takes me around the Watauga area and like Dallas. And we went to she showed me like there was like a one street that's just full of strip clubs. Like she showed me one of those. And we hung out for a little bit. And I'm not even kidding you. Like, I'm like, "Oh, hey, well, do you want to go with me to this wedding?" And she's all like, "No, my ex-boyfriend called. He wants to get back together." And I'm like, wow. All right. This wedding was like 3.5 hours away, in this town called Lufkin, Texas, where like the only thing to do on a Saturday is to go to the fucking Walmart. And like you literally roll into town and you can just hear the subtle, like we went to the Walmart and that's where my friend Jen, who was getting married, she was at the salon in the Lufkin Walmart, getting her hair and her makeup done. That was where the bridal party was at, getting their hair did, was at the local Walmart. And then she was waiting for her nails to dry and everything to kind of set. So they just walked right next door, literally in the same Walmart, to a McDonald's. And when we showed up, she was like eating French fries with a fork as to not disturb her makeup and anything else. And then we're like, "Okay, well, you can't see the groom because apparently that's bad luck. Never mind, we're doing all this in a Walmart." A guy went to her wedding dressed in full head to toe camo. And as I was told, that was literally like him dressing up, But then I was the heathen because I was hanging out with a bunch of kids teaching them how to play blackjack. We weren't actually gambling, but like, whatever.
You're a bad influence, Jarbo.
Yeah, I'm always bad in there. Simon here with $5, man, says 2 girls and a Jarbo and a pizza place. Oh, 2 girls, a Jarbo and a pizza place.
A
Starring
Jarbo.
Ryan Reynolds. No, that's actually a show. 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place was a show starring Ryan Reynolds back in the late 90s. And it lasted a couple seasons, and then they ended up just dropping it to 2 guys and a pizza place. Or 2 guys and a girl. They dropped the pizza place part. So,
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. I know we're kind of up there. Everything's all over the place here. Hold on. Shidoko says King Taco is awesome. I don't remember liking it, Shidoko, because I was from San Diego where there's good Mexican food. None of this weird Tex-Mex shit. And I said it. Tex-Mex is crap. There we go. I dropped the hot take.
That is a hot take.
I don't get it. Anyway, but then again, I had Chipotle for dinner. So like, what the fuck do I know? And my body already hates me for it. So why don't we take a look here at the first thing I want to bring up today. And that, of course, is the box office. Yay.
Oh.
The box office, because I never really bring it up very often because, it seems to be a hot topic of conversation for so many people. Did I miss a super chat? Oh, I did. Sorry. Rational here. It says, is the Flash Andy Muschietti's movie anymore? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
I don't know what he means by that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. So here's what we got for the week of September 17th through the 19th, 2021. Oh my God, look at that. What is number 1 at the box office this week? Holy balls. Is it Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
No, it's Shang-Chi.
I said Shang-Chi.
I'm just kidding.
God damn it, Max. with $21.7 million and only a 37.5% drop.
Wow, that's
pretty impressive, honestly.
On its third week, yeah,
Yes.
and then it's still in 4,000 theaters, more than any other theater by with the exception of Cry Macho right there is only a few less, like.
Do you think the pandemic actually benefits Shang-Chi because there's less competition?
Yes.
Whereas if it was a regular movie year and there was like another superhero movie like 2 weeks later or something, that it might not do as well.
No, I think it would have done way better if there was no pandemic. Any movie would.
Well, Marvel. Well, the thing is, it would have had a stronger opening weekend, and it would have made up for that. It would have made up for the potential drop off. Is really what would have happened. Whereas, look at Free Guy. Free Guy has done. Oh, by the way, just the total gross domestically for Shang-Chi is 176 million, and the worldwide gross is over 300 million. I believe at this point it is getting ready to surpass Black Widow. Without going to China. So, and I mean, granted, look, other movies should go to China. I mean, Free Guy went to China, did pretty well. Dune and another movie coming out are going to China. I just read about today. So, I mean, obviously there's something going on with Shang-Chi, that they're not really wanting to put it out there. We all kind of know what's going on with that, but still domestically it's doing pretty good.
You keep saying Shang-Chi.
I said Shang-Chi because that's how you pronounce it, Shang-Chi. I didn't say Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi.
I thought you said Shunk.
No, Shunk. Like
U.
what? Come on, Shunk, do the truffle shuffle. It's like fat Simu Liu. It's like, come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Like, tell me the 10 rings. I one time met Michael Jackson.
I am disappointed with all the crap coming out about his Reddit history. Oh, God.
I don't really care. I don't care.
I like him a lot. It's just...
People are different, dude. Besides, for one, there's like how much hyperbole and BS is there on the internet? A ton of it, right? Like, you know what? Like, I don't really give a shit. Like, unless it's like, look, unless the guy's out there like organizing like white nationalist marches, you know what? Like, it's not a problem. Have your opinion, whatever. All right. It wasn't like he's out there. And again, like, you're not gonna give a shit. Are you not gonna watch a movie with Simu Liu in it now?
No, not me. I just thought I don't want any controversy surrounding him. There's I'm gonna make a separate topic on my channel, the difference between Gina Carano and
well, I mean, like anyone with opinions a controversial figure these days. Like, you know,
well, I mean? Anyone who comes out and says like, I researched pedophilia and it's not met
don't
with
say that.
Don't still say like utter condemnation.
It's gonna be research.
No, well, it is a mental disorder. It is a mental disorder. It's a break.
Wait, how did we get onto this? What's this?
Because that's what's going on with Simu Liu's Reddit posts. He I guess in one of them he said that like he was preparing for a role where he was going to play a pedophile, so he was like researching pedophilia, at least the clinical subject of it, the clinical information to better get into the minds. Yeah, and then he was like these people need mental help, and then you don't ever say shit like that ever. You keep that to yourself or you use a fucking throwaway account. God damn it. And so yeah, that's what they're kind of jumping on him for. That's what the left is jumping on him for. And not even actually that. Not even that. It was really like the whole concept of trying to label that subreddit as like an MR Asian, right? Like an MRA sort of like men's rights activist sort of thing.
MR Asian.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that was the thing, and I legitimately LOL'd when I heard that. Like, I read that, and I went like,
I don't think people knew that was a thing until they pulled it out of their ass. But
most likely, yeah. It's again, everyone just tries to label. It's just, it's just weird. Here's how you win an argument like that. Literally, this is the truth. Here's how you win a situation like that. You just tell people no, and stop it, and shut up and go away. That's it. Just shut them down. Like, just stop talking. You're a moron. And you turn around and you leave. Because what are they going to do? They're going to cry about it on social media. I mean, the only reason why James Gunn got yeeted and Simu Liu won't is because James Gunn was saying some really James Gunn was like the proto Hollywood cancellation for bad commentary. Kind of like how Harvey Weinstein was like the proto for the Me Too movement, Like that was valid. And then with Gunn, it was just like, it was all right wing going after him. You know what I mean? Like with Harvey Weinstein, there was like legitimate claims and everything. And then when it comes to James Gunn, it was just like, yo, I had a really edgy sense of humor back in 2012. But it was Iger and they were reacting. And, you know, I don't think that would happen now. I think James Gunn kind of like set the standard. Like, do your tweets outdo James Gunn? You know, well, in the case of Gina Carano, comparing the plight of conservatives to that of the Jews in 1930s Germany, not going to be the best course of action.
Not even close.
You know, but I love the defense. Like, it's not what she was saying. It's totally what she was saying, because she's an idiot. Sorry, she can fight. She could beat my ass in a heartbeat.
There is the difference of generally being apologetic and wanting to be better, and then just doubling down and saying, no, this is how I am. And no control over there's a big difference if you're an employer. Like,
yeah, I get it. But
if you want to keep your job, you shut up and you say, I apologize, do exactly what their PR department says. You don't have to say, I'm going to make my own statement.
That's like saying, like, I'm not going to apologize for this. I'm going to go make my own social media account, and we're going to call it the No Homers Club. We're only going to allow one homer, and he's going to be a philosopher, and that's it. Anyway, it's an old Simpsons reference. 75 here says she knew. I agree. Anyway, so going back to the topic here, because we totally got off topic, Max. Cry Macho, new one that came out, the new Clint Eastwood movie that I don't even want to see. Old rodeo clown guy? Not a rodeo clown, but he's a cowboy, old rodeo cowboy. He had sent down to go and retrieve the delinquent son of someone who he owes money to, or something like that. And, I'm sure it's going to be a good movie, but whatever. I'll watch it on HBO Max. Only 4.5 million on that one. Candyman had a 26% drop, with only 3.5 million this weekend. But it's done a domestic total of 53 million, again, on a $25 million budget. That's doing pretty good. Jungle Cruise has really outperformed in ways I never thought it would. 112 million domestically so far. So there's that. And then this Cop Shop one here, I totally forgot about that. That's a Joe Carnahan movie. The guy who did Smoking Aces and The Gray. And that's a new one of his. And that's got like Frank Grillo and Gerard Butler in it. And I really want to see it. Matt, you don't just casually drop a Stonecutters reference in your show. Yes, I do. I always do. Always do. So there's that. Anyway, Simon here with $2, buddy. Thank you. Says Shang-Chi #1 for 3 weeks. Say it ain't so. I know. Say it ain't so. What is certain people who want to make America alpha again compared to what? I have no idea. Anyway. And then Simon here with another $2, buddy. Thank you. Says, who made Steve Guttenberg a star? We do. Damn straight. So yeah, did you guys, have you guys seen any of these new ones yet? Did you guys actually go see anything this weekend?
I saw Shang-Chi. I want to see Free Guy. I'm undecided on Cry Macho. I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it's on HBO Max.
Do you still have HBO Max?
Yeah.
Let's watch it there.
Jungle Cruise. The rest I can probably wait. Black Widows, I really want to see. But when is that coming to Disney Plus?
Soon.
Okay, so I'll just wait for that.
Yeah.
I want to see most of these.
I've been really behind on movies, but like I've been keeping up on shows a lot more. That's right.
Well, I can tell you that there's one movie on this list that defies expectation, and it's not the one you're thinking of. All right, like I am utterly surprised at how just like completely competent and self-aware this movie is, to the point of where it not only changed my life, but how I view the world.
The punchline's Paw Patrol.
Fuck. Yes, it is.
I
was gonna say that too.
It's Paw Patrol. I've already run the boss baby meme into the ground. I get that. I
would take Boss Baby any day over Paw Patrol.
Look, here's the thing with Paw Patrol the movie, right? There's this new this is what I hate about like all of these. It's not just relegated to Paw Patrol, but like it's like stories like Paw Patrol where you have a team right? And then it's like, okay, so we need to tell the story in this movie form of a new of a new member joining the team, because that's got to be our focal point. That's got to be like the perspective this movie is from. You know, kind of like in the first Avengers movie, it was Captain America, who was the point of view that we were following in that movie. And in this case, they introduced this wiener dog named Liberty, and Liberty is just like a fucking annoying ass dog, just annoying, and like completely full of herself, doesn't do shit. Everyone seems to like her or fear her for some reason. I can't quite tell. And then at one point she's like, I'm like an honorary member of the Paw Patrol. You all should take pictures of me. And then like the writer, the main kid who runs Paw Patrol, it just invites her to join the team, like gives her a vehicle, you know, and he's like, all right, well, if you're going to be a Paw Patrol member, you got to have a sick ride. And she's like, oh my God. And then like, you're like, wait, what, huh? How did this dog, like, what was there wasn't even a fucking montage, you know, like I know it's a kid's movie. I get that. All right. I'm arguing that point. But it's just like, I hate when they do that. It's like the Mummy Returns when they added the kid, you know, like how do we advance the storyline with these characters that are clearly going to get together and like get married? We make it so they now have a kid, and now the kid is a focal point in the movie. It's like, no, that usually works the exact opposite, because nobody wants to see them deal with a kid, you know? When you go see The Mummy, you want to see Brendan Fraser kicking Mummy's ass. You don't want to see like Brendan Fraser kicking a Mummy's ass and then going like, wait, where's my son?
Yeah, it's very
he's
rare
in it
that
again.
works in the movie, honestly. Like, it's very rare that you can pull off, because like most child actors just don't work. Like, people get annoyed by them very easily. Like, one of the very few movies where I think that people like this child actor and people really didn't like that when they came out in the movie. But Iron Man 3. The kid they got in that movie was pretty good, right? But like
I liked Ty Simpkins in that because he had good rapport with RDJ. Like that's what it was. He had really solid rapport with Robert Downey Jr.
And I think that was a very rare example where it worked very well.
Yeah.
But you know,
so
and when the movie came out, that was a big point of contention with the film.
Oh
still.
yeah. Everyone was just like was complaining about that back then. There's like, what, but the kid, no, Iron Man babysitter, you know? And then like, no, he worked out well. They had good chemistry. They were able to banter back and forth and shit. And I, honest to God, really enjoyed that they brought him back for a cameo during the funeral scene in Endgame.
Do you think, I've been meaning to ask you this, do you think they did that for a specific reason? Like,
no.
Do you think he has a role to play in the future?
I don't think so. I mean, because they're doing Riri Williams, and she's going to be Ironheart, so obviously they're going to like, you know, they're going to focus on that, and then keep in mind that it was like 4 years later, or well, really 3 years later, with the introduction of Peter Parker, and that relationship that ended up becoming the father-son dynamic.
Yeah, that's true.
So that was the whole emotional core of Avengers Endgame, of wanting to go back, because Tony was content. He was content with where he was. He had Morgan, he had Pepper, he had largely moved on with his life, you know, but Parker was that one thing, that one regret that he couldn't save. You know what I mean? Like that was the one thing he couldn't do. And then that is what prompted him to you know, to create time travel in the span of an evening, you know, comic stuff. And that's what it was. And I thought that was really good. The father son dynamic. And I know people always they always give shit like, but what about Uncle fucking Ben? Uncle fucking Ben is dead. All right. Like we're not getting any time with Uncle fucking Ben, but you know what? Daddy fucking Tony Stark is kind of here, and we can build off that emotional center and make it the core of the first, you know, of that phase of Peter Parker's life. And I thought that was great. Mm-hmm. I know people were trying to say like, you know, Carlos here is like Iron Boy Jr., which I think is bullshit, but you know, whatever. Jarbo the Hut here says Endgame wasn't a great movie. Shut up. And I know it's not really you. I know it's not really you, man. You bastard. You know, anyway, I just want to make sure. Oh yeah. And then, I saw Ryan here. I can't find the comment, but Ryan asked about Paw Patrol. I was like, isn't that movie Anti-Cat? It is Anti-Cat. Yeah. You know, it is. Hold on here. Whelp person asks, Matt, sorry for the random question, but do you have a YouTube channel that does true crime podcasts? I thought you did, but I can't find it. I haven't done a true crime podcast in a while. But I am trying to start something small. It's called Stranger Days. I don't have like a URL for it right now. But if you DM me on Twitter, I can send you something. Or check another episode of HWAD the last couple of days, and one of them will be linked in there. I know it's not great, but it's just what I got right now. But okay, so why don't we talk about the one thing of the night that I just kind of want to make fun of, and the fucking Emmys. I'm tired of award shows. I hate award shows.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's one in December.
Oh, do we need to talk about that, Max?
I'm joking. I understand about award Emmys. Yeah,
I should say that when it comes to like, Hollywood award shows.
Yes.
All right. Like this is just a bunch of glad handing.
Yeah.
And back patting.
Strong that's the one thing that the usual suspects we criticize are right. There's a huge disconnect from the general audience that supports all this content and then the people getting the awards. There's a big disconnect, and that's why the ratings just suck for all these shows.
Well, and that was kind of there was something there was a Variety put out an article, an op-ed after the show, and they were saying like it's time to stop having time limits on accepting speeches. Like no it's not. No it's not. Like you never want to let somebody have unfettered time. Right? Like unrestricted time.
Then they'll thank everyone in their life.
Yeah. They'll be like, hi, I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for fucking and making me as a kid.
And the guy who got me my DoorDash earlier, thank you.
That guy was really cool, man. Like, I really, like, you don't understand. Like, this is hard work, Being an actor is tough. So if you can get like a grande meal from Taco Bell brought to your door, your trailer at 2 a.m. because you're blitzed off your ass smoking some of that fine ass Chiba and playing Call of Duty Warzone with your buddies instead of rehearsing your lines. I mean, like, look, a movie's made in the edit bay. We all know that. So they just take the best parts of whatever I read off to them and then they put it together. Like my performance was kind of shit, but thankfully with a great score and enough advertising money to make this a big push from the studio in regards to the award shows, I'm now winning this award. That means literally nothing to anyone other than me. By the way, love you, Jesus. Also, hail Satan.
Man, stop making fun of Eternals like that.
I'm just saying. It's kind of like these shows are just whatever. All right. Like I get Shiftygism here says, I like the Emmys because I like TV, but I just care about the awards, not the show. But yeah, anyone that wins should get like 3 minutes at least. I don't want to sit through 3 fucking minutes. Okay. I'll put it to you like this. As much as I love Zack Snyder, would you want to sit there and like have him read off, try to like either read off a statement or go for 3 minutes unabated? Hell no. Like that's the thing is like, you don't, because he can't talk very well in that format. And a lot of these people are just going to be up there like rambling. You got to keep it moving. If the ratings are low, you don't sit there and stretch out people talking. Like you just don't. But there were, I will say this though, like the Mandalorian, right, was nominated for 24 awards and it won 7 of the 24. So that was pretty good. That's all from stuff there. That's all going to Kathy Kennedy here. But here's what we know. The best limited series went to Queen's Gambit, which everyone tells me is amazing. I haven't seen it yet. The best director for a limited series went to the Queen's Gambit. All right. And I just want to say here, that's Netflix, by the way. And this is what Netflix wants. Netflix wants to win these awards. So that's actually going to up their stock by getting over people, like Spielberg or maybe Nolan down the road. If the Universal deal kind of goes to shit. And then you have writing for a limited series or movie. And a couple here, Jack Schaefer and Laura Donney for WandaVision. And Chuck Harris, like you got 4 fucking people nominated for the best writing for a limited series or movie. And none of them win. But Michaela Cole for I May Destroy You won. Good for her. Ewan McGregor won for Halston, which I think is a Netflix movie. So that's good for him.
I
First
don't know
ever.
how I feel about a limited series and a movie being classified as the same thing. I know they're very similar, but like they're not the same. They just aren't. Are they? Like they're not close enough to be considered the same thing.
It's all like it's instead of just doing like limited series, I like which like it's just it is kind of dumb. You got your lead actress in a limited series or movie, Kate Winslet. I hear Mayor of Easttown is really good, so I haven't seen it yet. Supporting actor Evan Peters won for Mayor of Easttown. I like Evan Peters quite a bit, so I'm glad that he won something. Supporting actress in a limited series, Julianne Nicholson from look at this again. Jean Smart, Mayor of Easttown. Mayor of Easttown. Two people from Hamilton got nominated, but then Catherine Hahn, Agatha fucking Harkness. That should have won. I think Agatha Harkness got robbed, in my opinion. You look at like the drama category here. This one's interesting to me because look at the ones that were nominated. Bridgerton, Lovecraft Country, Pose, The Crown, The Boys, Handmaid's Tale, The Mandalorian, and This Is Us. I mean, there's some solid shows in here.
Mm-hmm.
So in The Crown, look, this is the thing with The Crown. All right. Like, honestly, if I should have gone to like Lovecraft Country or Mando, I'm going to say Mando. That's my personal take because I thought the season was amazing.
It had a huge cultural impact too.
It did. Or The Boys even. The Boys was fantastic. It was great. But here's the reason why The Crown won. Hollywood loves sucking period pieces cock. They fucking love it. It's just because you have a bunch of like, because the thing is, okay, a lot of actors, like classically trained, so to speak, they come over from England. A lot of, theater actors get jobs here in Hollywood. And it's because like they can do a wide variety of, their ability to emote is a lot better, I think. But we also like people from another country, who can act and everything. But when it comes to period pieces, that's like, it's like, white Victorian British history just kind of seems to be all the rage all the time. Jane Austen stuff, whatever. And that's how I view it. Like The Crown, sure. I saw the first season. It was good. But I never wanted to go back to it. Whereas fucking Lovecraft Country, literally in the opening 2 minutes of the show, had Cthulhu. Like that kind of cool shit is what I would rather see.
That's why it didn't that's why I didn't win.
Yeah, I know. Because it's got cool shit.
Yeah.
Right. And then you got
I still got to go back to it.
Yeah. Well, you have your time. It's But look at this here. Directing for a drama series. Jessica Hobbs for The Crown one. Fuck off. Jon Favreau for The Mandalorian, like legitimately brought something we'd never seen to streaming before. Like they shot something that like if you go back and watch that episode, like when the crate dragon first appears at the climax of the episode, if you watch, the frame opens up, right? Like the black bars open up and it goes full frame.
This was just another excuse to suck off The Crown, wasn't it?
It really was another excuse to suck off The Crown. Like, honest to God, like, I mean, sucking off Jon Favreau would be the better course of action here. Because, again, like, they basically brought IMAX presentation to the small screen. And that moment, like, I'm just saying, it's like, that shit was fucking good. And then, you got Bridgerton and Handmaid's Tale, whatever. But check this out here. Okay? You got, look, writing for a drama series. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau both nominated for The Mandalorian, right? Again, Misha Green, Lovecraft Country. Her writing was really good on that too. This is all genre stuff here. Look at Rebecca Sonnenshire. Genre stuff for The Boys.
They have an obvious bias against.
Oh, and look who won.
Yeah,
the
I know.
person who did The Crown.
I know. It's like just, they just if this was a porno, Hollywood just wants a money shot.
Winner
of that
The
shit.
Crown. What the fuck? They're all The Crown. The Crown.
This
won
is why
everything.
people don't want to watch.
Yeah.
It's every category,
Look at this here. Lead actor, Josh O'Connor.
The Crown.
Right.
Next one's The Crown too.
But Jonathan Majors was great in Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, but he wasn't The Crown, so.
I know it wasn't The Crown. You got, look at your lead actress, Olivia Colman. Well, okay, Olivia Colman is pretty awesome.
Because the talent, they don't. There's a big bias against.
Yeah, but they don't care about her talent. They care about the fact she was in The Crown. That's all they care about.
No, I mean
And
the
that's
talent that votes on it. They don't want to do superhero and sci-fi and fantasy. They want to.
Yeah, but they won't even acknowledge in one category
Right.
that there was something good done. Like, that's fucking stupid.
They don't acknowledge.
Why even fucking nominate it then?
but they'll take a pay. Some will take a paycheck for it though.
Yeah,
they just won't
the
give it
Crown
the
one. Wow, what a surprise!
Oh, what I know, Tobias Menzies. Well,
Matt,
I look.
Matt,
Look,
is this a fucking joke, Matt? Is this a fucking joke, man? Dude, seriously.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with this, right? Tobias Menzies, I like as an actor because he was Brutus in Rome, and I liked him a lot in Rome, and he's popped up in other things over the years as well. But not only that, you got look, you got OT. I'm not even. This is a guy. This is a guy who was in Black Widow, by the way. Like the merchant guy, whatever.
Come on, say his name.
It's like Fag Benley, I think is what it is, or Fag Benley. I can never really pronounce it, but yeah, it's like okay. But look, you got John Lithgow, who is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
All right. You got Giancarlo Esposito got nominated for Grand Moff for Moff Gideon, which I mean, like he was good, but he no, fuck that shit. The scene at the end of the second to last episode when he isn't, or no, maybe the third to last episode when he's got Grogu and Grogu is in chains and he comes over and he delivers that speech to Grogu, like you legitimately felt intimidated for Grogu. You know, like you legitimately felt like the child.
Oh, dude, that guy's an icon. He's like
an icon.
Yeah, he's getting so much work these days too. Like,
right. Not only that though, you got Michael K. Williams who just died. All right, like Michael K. Williams is a fantastic actor, and that is a massive loss. And rip Michael K. Williams, like you know what? But I mean, look, the thing is, like, I like this actor Tobias Menzies, I do, but again, there is so much other stuff here that would be better.
What Casper is saying in the chat. Hashtag Emmy so white.
Yeah, well, yeah, kinda. And look at here. Look, but okay, this one I'm okay with because I'm a Gillian Anderson stan. All right, like I ain't gonna lie, but.
Wow, something not in the Crown one.
Oh no, but look here. Oh, well, no, look at this here for supporting actress, right? Okay, you've got Anjanae Ellis for Lovecraft Country, and then it's like the Emerald Fennell, who, by the way, wrote and directed that Pretty Young Woman or Pretty Young whatever, Promising Young Woman that came out last year. She's nominated. Gillian Anderson, but she played Margaret Thatcher, which is it's not an easy role. And then you got Helena Bonham Carter. Also, and then it's all just, The Handmaid's Tale and shit. Cause there wasn't a lot there. But look at guest actor in a drama role. Courtney B. Vance winning for Lovecraft. That makes some sense. But then Don Cheadle got nominated literally for 90 seconds of screen time.
Guest actor.
But Isaiah, the actor who played Isaiah Bradley.
Oh my God.
Did not get nominated. But Don Cheadle was like, I don't know why the fuck I'm nominated. He even said that. He said that when the Emmy noms came. Like,
what did he do in that besides show up?
That's it. That's all he did. He showed up and he talked to Sam Wilson about like the legacy of Cap and shit, and that's about it. And that's 90 seconds, and they gave him an Emmy nomination for that shit. When as the actor who played Isaiah Bradley was fantastic in that role, and it's like he should have been nominated, but it's kind of weird. Maybe because he was in more than one episode. Right, because Grief Karga was only in, I think, really one main episode in the show.
I thought Don Cheadle was in 2 episodes.
No, he was only in the first episode.
Okay.
And then Timothy Olyphant was also only in 1 episode, but he was great as Cobb Vanth. But again, look at their guest actor, 2 for Mandalorian, right? And this is all, I mean, outside of Charles Dance for The Crown, even The Crown, you could argue is genre. By the way, Charles Dance was Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones. He's great. I love Charles Dance as an actor. So there's a lot of stuff there. But then again, look, you got guest actress Claire Foy. All right, Claire Foy played Queen Elizabeth in the first couple seasons of The Crown, and then she has now moved on from there, and whatever. But I don't know. It's so whatever. Anyway, it's so. But then
at least they couldn't win the comedy series.
Yeah, comedy series went to Ted Lasso, which I hear is really good. I haven't seen it.
Oh, really?
I don't recall The Flight Attendant being a comedy, but whatever. Cobra Kai doesn't really come across as a comedy, but whatever. Look at directing for a comedy series.
The Crown wins again.
No, it didn't. And then writing for a comedy series. Okay, but look at this here. There was, Jason Sudeikis was nominated twice for writing for Ted Lasso. I think it was individual episodes maybe. And then lead actor in a comedy series, Jason Sudeikis. I like him. Gene Smart is awesome. All this stuff here. You get into this stuff. Oh, here we go. Chappelle won for hosting SNL. Guest actor in a comedy series, and it's literally all SNL outside of Morgan Freeman and the Kaminsky Method. That's it. But I will say that Dave Chappelle was the best one though, flat out. Like, anyway, like,
just talk about.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go through it. There's a lot of them here. Maya Rudolph winning for best guest actress.
RJ?
RJ. Because she came on and did Maya. She was doing Kamala Harris and doing a great job at that one. So, but yeah, there's a reality show. I didn't know there's a reality show on here. Oh my God. So, host for a reality show or competition. Seriously, this is where we're at now. An Emmy for hosting a fucking reality TV show. But hey, it's RuPaul. I can't argue with that. I love RuPaul, so I can't argue with that. Queer Eye won Best Structured Reality Show, which I think is like the only one that comes across as real. So I'll run it down. Like Antiques Roadshow, from my understanding, like it's all kind of pre-prepped. So people go in and like with these items, it's not really like, it's again, a lot of it's kind of manufactured. Property Brothers is, again, the people buy the home and then the Property Brothers don't come in and just give them a lot of money. I think they get help like putting it all together, but like really the people who go on the show have to pay a lot of money to kind of go on the show. Running Wild with Bear Grylls. I mean, Bear has been proven to kind of manufacture some stuff, and Shark Tank fucking sucks. But Queer Eye, I'm partial to Queer Eye. I think Queer Eye is fun. Have you guys ever watched Queer Eye?
Back the original run.
The original run was great. It's basically five gay guys.
I mean, that was really at that time when it first aired. It was big. It was pretty big. Yeah.
It's five
I'm glad
gay
they
guys.
brought it back. Yeah.
Yeah, that they would just go and they'd find some like average, middle-aged schlubby guy,
Like they could take me and maybe I wouldn't have to wear a mask anymore.
Yeah, they could take Max and they could go like, all right, lose the mask, get a haircut, go to the gym. Okay, well, let's clean up your office space. You don't need the shitty ass green screen. Let's get you a shelf and some props and everything, some proper lighting. Okay. And, and they would they would clean them up a little bit and they would help them kind of feel better about it. The whole thing is about confidence. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy is literally a show about confidence. And I like it. I've always
could use some of that.
It's always fun. I think, even, people here, right here is like, love Shark Tank. Why don't you lie? It used to be good. All right. Now it kind of sucks. But Music Man here is like, Queer Eye is very, very good. It is. Christopher Barker here says Mandalorian is overrated. That's fighting words right there. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm kind of done with the Emmys and shit. I kind of want to see what else. Variety.
What was that? RuPaul's Drag Race Untucked? What?
No, not Untucked. What? Just winner.
It says it up there.
Oh, that's unstructured reality program. I don't know what the fuck that is. Let's see. Variety sketch series. SNL wins over a black lady sketch show. Oh, wait for the op-eds on that one tomorrow.
I don't even know that show exists.
That's on HBO. It's actually pretty good.
Really?
I've watched some skits. Yeah, I've watched a little bit of it. It's pretty
That's
funny.
Good they have a skit show there. I didn't
you know what no one ever talks about is there was actually a variety show on ABC back in the mid 90s called She TV. And it was on ABC. Jennifer Coolidge, who plays Stifler's mom in American Pie, she was on it. And it was a female-led sketch comedy show on ABC in the 90s. It was actually pretty good. And I don't think it lasted very long. But, there's... Hell, John Leguizamo had a show. Had a sketch show. Ben Stiller had a sketch show. The Ben Stiller Show was a show back in the early 90s. I think I bought
that on DVD and never watched it.
Yeah, there was like a whole bunch of stuff there. All right, animation here. Big Mouth. Okay, so Primal won. All right. I mean, look, Big Mouth is fantastic. Big Mouth is fantastic. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
No, it sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. It's
the worst thing on this list.
Yes. Well, Simpsons.
Yeah, if we're talking modern Simpsons, yes.
I mean, like modern Simpsons, yes. Season 32 is what would have been nominated. The South Park Pandemic Special was great. I haven't seen Primal, but I've heard good things about it.
Primal is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then, of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
Bob's Burgers is my personal jam, but that's just me.
I love
Um,
candy anyway.
Cancel burgers.
You've got for short form animated, Love, Death Plus Robots is the winner. Nice. Up against Maggie Simpson, The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens from its nap was really not as good as I wanted it to be. I just I just rewatched it again, and like the thing with all the different BB-8s is just a recycling of like an older Maggie's Daycare short. You know, it's very much like a retelling of that short film, but just with Star Wars. It was kind of lazy, actually, once you kind of realize its influences. And then you've got Once Upon a Snowman, which I like. Honestly, I've been trying to like, my kids love Frozen. I've been trying to watch it and, you know, like find something to like about it. The movies are terrible, but the Once Upon a Snowman is actually kind of nice. It was okay as a short. And then Robot Chicken is always good. And that's it. That's it. Thank fucking Christ for that one. So, did F is for Family win anything? It didn't, and it wasn't nominated, and I don't know how to push it to be nominated for season 5. It's got one more run. Okay, so there was a couple. Yeah, they can't hurt you anymore. They can't hurt you anymore. All right, and then a couple quick super chats here. H bar said $2 says Jarbo Abbey. Goddamn right, dude.
Jarbo Abbey.
Downton Abbey. He's talking about Downton Abbey.
Okay.
Which is my jam. Downton Abbey, the sequel is coming out next year. I can't wait. I love Downton Abbey. I am a huge fan. McLeod here, $10, buddy. Thank you so much. Says, I'd rather listen to you guys complain about award shows, although you make good points. Some good points. I mean, I don't want to paraphrase too much, especially given that all we film /TV/PC over listening, or given all the stuff over listening to Bill Maher go all bitchy boomerant about it.
I like Bill Maher going bitchy.
Well, look, Bill Maher, like
he's funny.
He's got some moments I like him. Like I like it when he correctly calls out the left for like sucking. You know,
well, I
like
loved it last week when he said his viewers attack him like, why do you always call it the left so much? Because you're embarrassing me.
Yeah.
I used to like him more, but I feel like he's become too much of a dusty old boomer in recent years.
Well, I mean, the boomer aspect I totally get, right? I do. Because he's like 60 or somewhere in there, right? So like his approach to things are going to be like wildly, vastly different than how the rest of us approach stuff, right? Younger crowd.
He's still willing to have the hard conversation. He had Ben Shapiro on a couple weeks ago.
I'm not trying to make him out as a terrible person. It's just
there's times I like Bill Maher, but he also likes to smell his own farts. So
yeah. Sometimes he can have a bit too much of an ego for my taste. That's true.
Yeah, he really likes to smell his own farts. Yeah. And to me that's pretty goddamn fucking funny. So all right, let's, for the sake of brevity here, because we've been,
I'm gonna have to go soon too. I'm gonna sleep.
I know you.
I'm still recovering from this week of YouTubery.
Well, it happens. So here's something that came out tonight, which is pretty cool. Ewan McGregor was asked about what's going on with OBI-WAN, because hey, we're still about 2 months away from the Disney Plus Day, November 12th. That presentation, which is going to be mind blowing. He says here that I think it will not disappoint. I think it's going to be good. I had a really good time making it, but I'm not going to tell you anything else. Sorry.
Wait, what did you say about there's a Disney Plus Day in November?
Yeah,
it's not like D23.
It's Disney Plus Day. That is like okay. So it's kind of like their version of DC Fandom.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be shitty.
Well, cool. You know what? I'm in such a good Star Wars mindset now because the sequels are over and I like The Mandalorian. Like, I just have no expectations. I just want the content. Like, that's the best place to be mentally for a fan. Like, I know what could have happened. The worst did happen for me personally. I'm not hating on it for other people that like the sequels. It's just give me something pretty good and I'll be good to go. I was before they were supposed to do Obi-Wan Forever, and I was really hot about it before when it got delayed and canceled back in the day before Last Jedi came out. But now I'm just like, okay.
Well, here's the thing with that though, is it's filmed, it's done, it's completed. Yeah. So it's shot. So it's like all of that waiting, and it was like 10 years of waiting, really.
Right.
and that they've been trying to make it work, and they did it.
The most obvious thing ever took one of the longest things.
Well, and he spoke about working with Deborah Chow, and he gave her high marks because she directed all 6 episodes. And they're going to be, they're going to be making this thing pretty crazy. I think we are going to get the Inquisitors. It's been reported that I think Sung Kang, who played Han in the Fast and Furious franchise, is going to be an Inquisitor, because he admitted in an interview the other day that he's getting a lightsaber. And so I think it's going to be really cool to see what goes on with that. And getting Vader, getting Sith Inquisitors, getting Obi-Wan. I mean, this is some shit. And this is 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith. So a lot's changed in that time frame between the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy. So I'm really excited for this. And I do feel that where we are as I guess you could say as a property is a lot better than it was, a couple of years ago, because now they're taking their time to not only write these movies, take time to get there, but also give us content on Disney Plus that can tell these longer form stories that weren't really available, a decade ago. Really. Yeah. So that to me is pretty cool. And then Rational here says, and Hayden Christensen is back. Oh, dude, 100%. Well, Kira here talks about this thing. He says, sorry if I'm rude, but messing around on his wife with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I can't tolerate that. Yeah, no, he did. He cheated on his wife with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and has had a baby.
I feel Kira about that, but I've grown as a fan that you're going to find something about it. Don't hold these people, and just appreciate them for their work. Again, remove the art from the artist. Ewan McGregor has a lot to offer. I totally get that, though. If you can, I'm not criticizing Kira either for saying that. I'm just everyone's got weird stuff in their life. As long as they break the law, Ewan still has a lot to offer, and I want him back as Obi-Wan.
It's really one of those things where we kind of put we put celebrities on a pedestal. Okay.
Yeah.
We put celebrities on a pedestal, and it ends up, being an issue because we kind of overlook things we would kind of condemn other people over, and look, and the thing is, not everything is our business, right? We don't know the state of the relationship between, Ewan McGregor and his wife at the time things fell to shit. We don't know. We literally have no idea what happened. All we know is that, what we know. And so we're not going to get that.
I mean, it's something upsets me too, but I'm not going to let it tarnish my fandom of Ewan McGregor. He's done some great work.
What are you doing? How much
moving
around
I gotta
are you
go.
doing?
I'm holding the bone for my dog, so she's on bark.
Okay.
Max, stop jerking off.
I'm all right.
My God. H. Parts here says we put Jarbo on a pedestal.
You guys already know not to do that.
Yeah, this is probably not a good idea. I'm an asshole, but I love you. That's the way this works. Thank you. All right, Max, go to fucking bed, dude.
No, I am, because my dog's not controllable right now, and that's the only way I could keep her from barking.
Go give your dog a bone.
And then I get criticized of doing something on a stream that if I was, this would be the place. Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, we can't see your face, so if you jerk off, you could DSP this thing. We'd have no idea.
All right. Good night, everyone. Have a good night.
Night, Max.
Rest well. Just hear the dog at the end.
Oh my God. Yeah. Shogun here says, don't meet your heroes. Yeah, pretty much. I can actually confirm that. Don't meet your heroes. It's just
Henry Cavill.
Unless they're Henry Cavill. I'd like to meet Henry Cavill and just spend time talking about gaming. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. That'd be cool.
That's what I would care about here. McLeod here with $10, buddy. Thank you. Says it's all mostly millennial bashing and SJWPC/woke ranting with him now. With Bill Maher. I will also never forgive him for, and I'm simply paraphrasing, that he's sorry that people like us are still alive. What do you mean, people like you? I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry. I don't know that, McLeod. I think I think with Bill Maher, he just kind of, like he knows the audience that he's playing to, and it's stupid, but that's what's going on. But thank you for that, man. Really appreciate that. Andrew here with $5. Thank you, buddy. Says the only people who know what happened in a marriage are the two people in it. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And we got to again, it's like we're all like a dog with a bone. We're very voyeuristic. Like we kind of want to know if a person on the other side of the country is like taking a shit. It's not that we need to know. It's not that that information is relatively useful to anything, but it's just something like we intrinsically want to know. And it's terrible. But in the age of social media, everyone like puts everything out. Like how many times has someone, vague tweeted or vague posted or vague booked, whatever you want to call it. And then you're like, ooh, I wonder who they're talking about. And then you start speculating. Are they talking about Becky? Oh, Becky, she's a fucking bitch. She probably deserves it. You know what I mean? Like, you get curious because we're naturally inquisitive people, and we like to be told stories, and we like to know the inside track, and we like to dish and gossip. It is really how we are, and I know people out there might be like, I don't do that bullshit. We all do it. Everyone does it. And he's like, I ain't saying a fucking word.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by the stupid bullshit going on in the chat.
Oh, I just saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to ban that motherfucker.
I just saw that thing.
Is this the new thing going on in YouTube chats? I've never seen that before in my life.
I don't know. I mean, like we had someone fake Jarbo the Hutt guy come on in and then, like say that I'm wrong and then leave. Okay.
I'm big brain intellectualism.
Yeah, there we go on that one here. Andrew Dunbar with $2, man. Thank you. Says Jarbo fried movie, The Legend of the Drunken Jarbo. Oh man. Yeah, me drunk is funny. I'll admit. I'm a really loving drunk. Like I'm a really, really.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, hey man, I fucking like love you, man. And that's about it. Hold on. McClouder asks, do you think there will be a trailer for Obi-Wan on football in the winter or on Super Bowl Sunday? We're going to probably get a teaser or a trailer on the Disney Plus day. Just because it's already shot and they're going to want to look at what happened last year, right? Like, look what happened last year with the Disney Investor Day. They're like, oh, Bad Batch, Lando. We knew Obi-Wan was coming, but we got more of an update. We learned about the Ahsoka show. We learned about Rangers of the New Republic. We knew that they were going to start going after Thrawn. Like they're building up towards like an Avengers level type event with Star Wars. Like they gave us we learned about the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron movie that Taika Waititi was doing a movie. We learned a lot about what was going on with Star Wars at that moment in time. And now it's going to be like Book of Boba Fett, Mando season 3. I'm sure the Ahsoka show is getting ready to start being worked on now. Whatever's going to be happening. Like we're going to get a lot of new info. And that's something I'm really stoked for, actually. Like, and not only Star Wars, like I want to know what's going on with Monsters at Work season 2. I want to know if we're going to be getting more Doug days. I know Ed Asner just passed away, but I hope that they would have recorded more episodes because 5 is not enough. There's a lot of good stuff on Disney Plus. So
a lot of it doesn't get advertised though.
It doesn't get advertised, and so like, what are we going to get? That's going to be, I know everyone's going to want Marvel and Star Wars, like, and that's some cool shit, but like, are we going to learn about
to it than that?
Hocus Pocus 2, for example? They're shooting that for Disney Plus. They're doing Flight of the Navigator, female-led reboot, whatever, for Disney Plus. What are we going to get out of this thing? I think Chapek is going to want to make it big and bold and crazy as a way to like really kind of solidify, like this is the place to be. And Netflix is trying to also, they've done the Geeked Week, which was really fantastic in regards to giving a 2-hour live stream a day with a whole bunch of new content coming out. Like these companies that are now realizing that if you tap into that geek audience and you give them like updates, frequent updates, they get happy. You know what I mean? Like that they're happy. Like that they're not being ignored. Like we just want to know what's going on with this thing. Oh, it's still okay, cool. It's going to come down the pipeline. Great, perfect, awesome.
They're getting wiser about knowing when to space it out, so that way like hype is not like overlapping too much with like hype that would be for people of similar interests. Like they know not to put out Star Wars and Marvel at the exact same day because there's enough overlap between those two interests. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
and I would
important to have that in mind.
I would love to see more, out of that stuff.
Oh,
and
me too. Definitely.
they is the thing is like, DC Fandom is a good example of that, and doing like the Disney Plus Day, and another good example, and what Netflix is up to. Obviously, it's like they're looking, I think, at what works for the gaming community, like Nintendo Directs. That is a huge draw. The PlayStation, whatever they call that thing.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about. They just had one the other day, right?
Yeah.
That's a huge draw. People watch it. They tune in. Like I'm going to live stream I'm going to live stream the Disney Plus Day, whatever that stream is. I'm going to do that because I want to react with you guys live. I want to talk with you guys live, and I fucking want to get hyped with you guys.
It's funny you bring that up because like Nintendo really was the progenitor of this. They were the first ones to really like when they broke off from E3 and were just like, because that's really what caused this is like Nintendo didn't want to do E3 anymore.
Yeah.
They were like, we want to do it on our own terms. And like then PlayStation started doing it. Now like DC started doing it. Like it's a really good idea. The more hiccups.
Well, and
the more you think about it.
It's true. And Marvel did the same thing. Like, 2019 at Comic-Con, they had like the 2-hour presentation and stuff. And that was really cool. And I'm really bummed I wasn't able to go. I was pissed I wasn't able to go, but it was very difficult to get in that day. And none of my friends were in line. Like none of my friends could get in. Like even long-term attendees that I bribe weren't even able to get me in.
That's shitty.
Yeah, I was all right. I hung out with my brother. I thought it was, I had fun. Like I was chilling with my brother and stuff.
That's good at least.
So, cause he's like 11 years younger than me. And I moved away. So it's like, we don't see each other very often. So anyway, but, but they did that. And then it's like, I'm like, why don't they just do an event like this? Everyone can watch, it'll blow up, because they do it at Comic-Con because it's like a big press event. Right. And that was kind of like what was expected out of it. Comic-Con was like, Comic-Con was the event for this kind of stuff. Hall H was the event. You get, a captive audience of nearly 7,000 people, and you can show them all this stuff and generate all this hype.
But now one event a year is not enough anymore.
Yeah.
It's not. Not in this day and age. People's attention spans are so fucking short that it's better to space it out and announce these things as they're ready rather than just trying to shove it all into like a 1-year event in the summer or whatever. You know what I mean? It's smarter to do it this way.
Oh no, 100%, because it's controlled for one. Like, and I'll say this. I'll just be honest with you. I do not like Nintendo Directs.
Why?
They are boring. They are so
most
effing
of them
boring.
are. Yeah, most of them are.
I wait for the clips. The PlayStation one is also boring, and it's like I like the idea of it, but it's like, look, the reason why to me it's boring is because it's like they don't have what I feel is like someone that you can relate to. Like for Nintendo, it's a very corporate thing where you have like the developers are speaking in Japanese, there's a translator. I get that. But it's like, but the thing is, it should be like people like Shigeru Miyamoto all the time, who is like a beacon. This is where community ambassadors are needed. And like Nintendo, when it had like Iwata before his unfortunate passing a couple years ago, Reggie Fils-Aimé before he left the company, when you would have Shigeru Miyamoto and Iwata and Reggie Fils-Aimé, they played off each other really, really well.
And now all these iconic names are just gone from Nintendo.
And they're gone. And that happens, and that's fine. But it's like they're gone, and there's no one there to like. You could feel Shigeru. The thing with Shigeru Miyamoto is that dude is always hype. He has always got a smile on his face. He is always excitable. He's always excited, and he's happy to talk about these things.
But even he's not going to be around forever.
I know. Oh, I know. But it's like they need to get a community ambassador, someone who can relate to the audience and like be that voice, be that face. I know that sounds weird and it's very corporate, but they need it. And the same with Sony, and it's like, but the thing is they can't go and like get people like on the gaming side of things. They can't go get people like Adam Sessler. Cause I'm sorry, the dude is a fucking cantankerous piece of shit. Like fuck Adam Sessler. He's pro doxing. He's pro doxing. He thinks if you talk shit to him online, he should have the right to find your address and put it out there. Like he legitimately has said this next to Jim Sterling, who is clapping it on like a fucking idiotic circus seal. Fuck both of those people.
The only one of the big three, which I really think has like an iconic person involved in the company, Phil Spencer.
I love Phil Spencer.
A lot of people do. How can you not? He fucking turned that company around in the best way possible.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember E3 2013 when like Don Matrick was there, and like, okay, I'll put it to you guys like this. Like, people who know me know that I'm a diehard Xbox guy. I played Halo. The very first time I played Halo was at E3 2001, like 6 months before the thing even the console even came out. I've been a fan ever since. I've been over 20 years now.
Uh-huh.
I went to the Xbox 360 launch party in the Mojave Desert, and I was all set when they were in 2013, they were like, we're going to do the Xbox, the new Xbox. I saw the PS4 presentation. I liked it back in February of 2013. I enjoyed it. I thought it looked pretty cool. But for me, I'm like, Xbox. It's like, show me Xbox. And then they gave us that presentation in May of 2013. And that presentation was one of the worst things I'd ever seen. It was like, we don't want to just be a gaming console. We want you to watch TV through us. Fuck, I have a TV. Why would I watch TV through you? I'm a cord cutter. I have apps. Why would I watch TV through you? I don't care. Like, they wanted you to use the Xbox One to literally like take your cable box, route it into your Xbox, and then route it out to your TV. Meaning, if you wanted to watch TV, you would have to turn on your Xbox in order to get to the cable, right? They literally created a fucking middleman that had no reason to be a middleman. And then then they wanted the always online component. And at E3, what really turned me off, there was one thing that Don Matrick said. It was someone was asking him and said, what about people like, let's say, people in the military, like the Navy, who are on submarines, who want to play the Xbox One and they can't because they don't have internet connection. What do you say to them? And Don Matrick says, and I'm paraphrasing, but I think it's relatively close.
Oh, yeah.
He says, well, we have a console for them and it's called the Xbox 360.
Those fuckers.
And I'm just like, oh, you fucking dick.
Most tone deaf thing I'd ever heard in my entire life.
I mean, it was so bad. Never mind the Kinect 2.0. Like, Jesus Christ, spare me with that shit.
Yeah, they force you to have it and have it plugged in at all times.
No, well, they never. I never had it, and it was one of those things where they wanted it, but like I think they kind of backed off of that.
Oh, okay, that was one of the things they were going to do.
Yeah, and then like not long after E3, it was so bad. Like even when like I waited for the PlayStation presentation that later on that day for E3, I watched that, and as soon as pre-orders went live for both, I pre-ordered the PS4, and I really, honest to God, never really looked back until like 2015. 2 years later, I got an Xbox One, and I still played my PS4 a hell of a lot more. I only got it for Halo and State of Decay, and so it's like, so I didn't care about that. But then Don Matrick left the company, and I think he got a payout of like $20 million or something to leave the company. I think they forced his ass out, like they ended his contract. But you know where he went afterward? Fucking Zynga.
EA? Oh, okay.
Zynga. The mobile app, the people who were like worse than the Candy Crush developers.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Like Zynga is shit. And he went there, and then here comes Phil Spencer, and they promote Phil Spencer. And then Phil Spencer basically just, he walked this last generation, and he more or less knew they were going to eat shit constantly. And he just focused on building the brand, getting a development base, buying up a fuck ton of companies, and turning the Xbox into something that actually is pro gamer, and rebuilding all of that trust that he lost under Matrick. Cause I mean, that was the thing, the saying like Rome, like wasn't built in a day, but it took 200 years to build Rome, but it fell in a day.
Yeah, exactly.
That is, I mean, not always a very true statement. In regards to the Xbox in 2013, it killed 12 years of goodwill.
Oh, definitely.
12 years in like one day. It killed 12 years of goodwill.
Well, I'll say this. I think the Xbox brand's in a better place than it ever has been at this point in time.
Yeah, and I do agree with Rational here. It says Sony is the one being anti-consumer now. They really are. They really are. They're doing
no cross-platform for most games.
No, they're kind of changing that a little bit now, but it's like, yeah, it's like I still don't. The thing is that the PS5 is like, I hate the design of the PS5. I legitimately hate the design of it. I think it's fucking god awful. I don't know whoever, like Mark Kearney, did you approve that? You dingus. I can't stand it. I like the blocky nature of the Xbox. Like, just give me that. I can put it on my shelf, and I can organize it like fucking Tetris, And that's what I like. Versus like, let me figure out the best place to put this fucking PlayStation that looks like a futuristic building from Tokyo.
Yep.
And it's as big as one, you know, like in an entertainment center, or like I have kids. So it's you know, it's big.
That's one thing about Sony too. Is like they don't have any icons there. Like no one gives a shit about Mark Cerny or fucking Yohei Yoshida or anything like that. Like no one cares. Like seriously, am I wrong? Like no one cares about those people. They're just like names that people might be familiar with, but it's not like Phil Spencer where it's like you and me. Like I don't know about you. I don't want to speak for you, but if I see that dude on fucking screen, then I'm listening. I'm listening to what he has to say, because it's usually something interesting.
Well, and he also supports the devs. Like at the E3 conference, he'll wear a shirt from like he wore like a State of Decay shirt to promote it, you know? And I thought that was really cool. Cause like Undead Labs was a small team, and they had this idea for a zombie survival sim that had permadeath. And if, by the way, if you have an Xbox, pick up State of Decay. It's a lot of fun. It is, you will lose people. And that actually is why I haven't gone back to State of Decay 2 in a while. I had a doctor character that I was like really keeping because she could help fix my guys. And I sent her out to cause I needed to go get supplies, and she was my only good character at that time. And I'm like, it will be fine. It will be fine. It will be fine. I'm going to go scavenge these buildings nearby. Fucking feral zombie came out of nowhere with a horde, and I could not get away, and my doctor died. And I was like, all right, you guys got me. You broke me. You broke me. I can't do it. But anyway, again, we've been talking gaming for like 20 minutes because it's entertainment, so it falls in line with the show. And I do miss talking about gaming because I do love it. So thank you for bringing that up as a good. I forget how we started on it, but it's a good thing. Simon here with $2 talking about Bill Maher says Religulous is funny as fuck. Yes, it was. I did like Religulous quite a bit. That was I think that was also Larry David, I think, was involved in that. So I think that's one of the reasons why it was pretty funny. Simon here with another $2 says, I'm a depressive drunk, not good being around me. Well, you know what, man? You just got to have a fun drunk around you, even yourself out.
Well, we're happy to have you here. So
yeah, get drunk, you fuck you. Anyway,
oh my God.
Love you, buddy. Love you. I know I'm trying to get to the super chats. I see. And then H Bart's here with 5 bones. Thank you, buddy. Says Xbox needs better console names. It does. It's confusing.
Oh, yeah. They're the worst.
It is confusing. The Xbox One X, the Xbox Series X, the Xbox
No,
Series
the current
S.
ones are fine. Like these aren't that bad, all things considered. Like,
well,
I get
the One X and the Series X is a little bit confusing.
Oh yeah, I guess that actually was under Phil Spencer's purview. The One X.
I would have named it like, you know, I remember when they wanted to call it like I think it was like the Dolphin. I think it was that was the Wii U.
That was the GameCube.
Was it the GameCube?
That's why it's called the Dolphin emulator.
Oh, right. I loved the GameCube. I did. I loved the GameCube. I thought that was an excellent system. Portable is all hell too. You know, it came with the fucking handle.
Yeah,
right?
fucking lunchbox.
Like, it was great. It's like, oh yeah, take it to my friend's house. Like, all right, cool. Just have it on a handle. I feel more secure carrying it around.
It was definitely more portable than the fucking Nintendo Switch. No, I'm just fucking around.
I can't believe I've had my Switch for like 4.5 years.
I know, it's been 4 years.
And I still haven't beat Breath of the Wild. Like, I've tried every time I tried to do this a few months ago. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hook up Breath of the Wild on the big screen in the living room because it's a game that my kids can watch me play because it's not super crazy and they'll be all right. And then it's like, my daughters are like, oh, what's that in your hand? Is it a controller? I want to touch it. I'm like, don't touch it. It's daddy's controller. And then they're like, I don't care what you say, you know? But my eldest is starting preschool this week. So that's good. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow. That must be like a, like, man, I'm getting old type of thing.
Well, oh dude, I trimmed my beard today and like all this gray just came falling out. It was like a winter wonderland in my sink. I'm like, Jesus, I'm getting fucking old. All right. And then, okay. Jess here for $5. Thank you, buddy. Says Sony killed their Japanese market by forcing censorship on Japanese games. That was kind of weird. They also moved their headquarters to LA.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
They moved PlayStation they moved that division out of Japan.
Well,
and then,
I've heard a lot of apparently like the American side of Sony is taking a lot more control as time goes on. So
all things considered, I'm okay with that. But that's also my stance on the fact that I don't really dig a lot of Japanese games because I feel that they are very, very centralized to that community and that genre. And like Persona doesn't interest me. A lot of JRPGs don't interest me, but I'm not saying like, I mean, Tonobu Itagaki, Team Ninja, they do some interesting shit, so like, that's cool. And there are good Japanese games that come out. But I understand it's like, it's not all about Japan. The gaming market now is like really about China. Like it is.
Let's not face ourselves with reality. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know gaming's escapism, you bitch. Fuck, don't talk about reality.
Yeah, stuff. Like, please make it go away.
Jacob here with the take I completely agree with. Sony needs to bring back the PS Vita. Hell yes, it does. The PS Vita is an amazing handheld.
No, that's not necessary. The Steam Deck's just going to do whatever the PS Vita could have accomplished.
But it can't give me the games on the PS Vita. Like, it can't. Look. Okay, Guerrilla Games, right? The people who did, who got their start by doing like Shell Shock Vietnam, which was actually kind of fun. But then they did Killzone. That was their first really big IP, was Killzone. They just killed Killzone like 2 weeks ago. Oh. Because they've been doing the Horizon games, right? Horizon Forbidden. They got what, Forbidden West coming out, right? Or Forbidden West, I think, is a new one that's coming out. That's they've put out a statement saying that Killzone Shadowfall, which was the launch title, for the PS4 back in 2013, they're not doing any more Killzone games. And it's like, dude, it's Killzone. Like it's like Killzone Mercenary on the Vita was an amazing game. Like, I mean, like as far as handheld games go, like it was a excellent fucking game that should have been on PS4. It should have been ported over. You know what I mean? Like readapted. But it's just ridiculous that like that was a good franchise and they killed it because they want to focus on the Horizon games, which I get, but it still sucks, Anyway, I like the Vita. I think the Vita was a good system.
I think it was good too. It's just like it never lived up to its full potential. Like the original never lived up to its full potential.
Yeah. Silent Hill. Silent Hill's Konami. I mean, yeah, no, look, Resident Evil was also Capcom and Japanese developed and shit like that. I get that. There's good games, but I mean, it's like, I just don't really care for like the JRPG shit. All right. Hold on. McClouder says, you're talking, the Bill Maher thing again. He meant the geeks, nerds, and pop culture fans that were globally mourning Stan Lee. And he thinks that we care more about Lee, are more about kid stuff than being a grown ass adult and caring about climate change. I know that's
a boomer take, right?
That was so boomer. Like he got rightfully like wrecked on that one. And I
care about both, clearly.
Yeah. I do care about both. Like I was mourning Stan Lee and I care about climate change. And, I totally get all that, but yeah, I get you, man. Thank you for that. Simon section here with $10, man. Thank you. Says, I currently own a PS3. However, the only available control pad for it is at Walmart and it lasts a freaking month. Not a gamer, love movies. Should I get a PS5 to check out this 4K stuff? Well, I mean, if you're not a gamer, like, then why drop the 500 on the PS5? You can get like, if you just want to get the 4K stuff, you can get an Xbox One X, I think. Let me look at this up here. Xbox One X. How much is that going for right now? On Amazon, it's going for $419. Wow, $419. Oh, it's because you can't get the Xbox Series X, right? Jesus Christ, this is used was more than what I spent for it back in 2017. Jeez. All right, maybe not that. Maybe not that one. Maybe find like a 4K DVD. How much are 4K DVD players going for, right? Like if you're just if you're just looking for a 4K player, you can get a Sony BDP 4K upscaling. I don't know, it's like $89, dude. $100 you can start getting movies. And then talk to HBarts about what good 4Ks to get, because HBarts knows his 4Ks.
4Ks, Jesus Christ!
I'm just saying,
we're going to 4Ks now. Oh my god!
Well, I mean, even then, and I brought this up too. Is like the DVD market, like the DVD market share is still over 60% You know what I mean? It's like all these years of having Blu-rays, you figure like the level of DVDs would, people buying DVDs would start to dwindle. They're not. It's still 60% is on DVD.
I've got a question. Does Sony own 4K DVDs?
No. They own
God.
they own the Blu-ray format, and they created the Blu-ray format.
But they don't own 4K DVDs.
No, 4K 4K is like upscaled Blu-ray basically, But it's there's a lot of good stuff on 4K. You get more data. And see, Rational here says PS exclusives are coming to PC. Jim Ryan says, "Oh yeah, they are. They already are. You can get like Horizon is on there. Days Gone actually like had a whole new boost of a player base by going to PC. Like because Days Gone's a great game, and it found a whole new audience on PC. So I think I understand console exclusives, but put that shit on PC. You know what I mean? Just put that shit on PC, right? So there's all that. Movie says I've seen 4K. It looks okay, but I like Blu-ray better. It all depends also on your TV and your player. Music Man. Some TVs that have 4K, they're not really the greatest of 4K. They can project in that resolution, but they don't really have the quality. If you're more of I like getting older movies in 4K. Like I have Jaws because that was shot on film. I think movies that are shot on film, the 4K transfer is amazing. And that is what I would, that's what I recommend is like things like that. But otherwise, you don't really need it. McLeod here with another 5 bones. Thank you, buddy. Says, sad there's no more Killzone. I wish they would do a remake of Shell Shock Nam 67. When was the last time there was a good Vietnam War game? Well, I mean, like, dude, when they put out Shell Shock's Nam 67, even I was like, ooh, really, guys? I mean, like World War II, I get, because at the end of it, we won World War II. We didn't win Nam. So doing a Nam video game feels like a kind of a weird one because like there's no good ending for us. You know what I mean? It's just like we went into this country, we lost like 58,000 Americans in a war that we had to more or less kind of, get up and get the fuck out of. And we don't even call it a war. We call it a conflict because like, I think that because it was never designated by Congress. So like voted on by Congress. So it's like, it's a whole mess. But I mean, what would be a good Vietnam War game? I don't know how much you know about the Vietnam War, Annie, but
one where you play as the Viet Cong.
Oh, okay. So a Star Wars game where you play as the rebellion. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I kind of always felt that was a little bit weird. It was a fun game, actually. It was really fucking violent. My God, that game was violent. But yeah, maybe they will do a remake of Shell Shock. Who knows? Anything is possible. But thank you very much for that, buddy. I really appreciate that. Retired Melons is here. I thought you were done with YouTube. I thought you were leaving YouTube, Saggy. You keep saying you're gone, but here you are.
Melons.
Thank you. Okay, so we went off on a massive tangent on other stuff here. Oh, HWAD's here for $2. Says Citizen K 4K. Yeah. Have you seen the Citizen K 4K cover?
No.
Oh, I gotta show you this. Yeah, it is Citizen Kane 4K. There we go. It is so fucking bad. It is one of those things where you're like, who was thinking about this, and why did they allow this to happen? All right, we're streaming right here. Okay, I don't know what's going on. What the hell? There we go. Look at that. That is the Criterion copy of Jesus. Yeah, of Citizen Kane. It's a 4K of it. That's it.
That's all you need, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, and then they've got like this image here of it and stuff. I mean, that looks really good.
That'd be a nice cover.
Yeah, and then I mean, because this is like shot like in the way back in the day, like the 30s, wasn't it? Or something like, I forget the exact year it was made, but it's like
shit, man.
But I mean, like, just this movie, I will fully admit, I'm not like the biggest fan of Citizen Kane overall. I don't know why I did that, But like, I'm not the biggest fan of Citizen Kane as far as like a story goes, but I can definitely argue that its contributions to film are unfucking paralleled. You know, like this laid the groundwork for a lot of stuff, and getting it on 4K is definitely, I think, worth it just for like the history aspect of it. So that's my take on that one there. Simon here, thank you, buddy, says Jacob's Ladder could be a good nom game if done right. I mean, yeah, you know, it's been a while since I've seen Jacob's Ladder. I mean, they've done like, you know, what was that game? Prisoners of War, I think, with Michael J. Fox and Sean Penn. They did a Vietnam movie. You know, we don't get a lot of Vietnam movies, because you know, we just don't. And I think it's because we lost, and no one really looks back on Vietnam War as like a good thing, you know? So just, yeah, it's also something that I think a lot of people just kind of want to forget about.
Yep.
But
just like every other failure.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's get into what I think is, this will be a quick little bit here. Peacemaker got a little bit of footage today. Only 7 seconds, right? But it is longer than the first time I had sex, so that's good. It's
okay.
Yeah, self-deprecating humor. I keep getting said to not do that, but I find it to be funny.
That just encourages you to do it more. Anyway.
Yeah, it's practice makes perfect. I'm up to 12 seconds
Peacemaker.
now. Yeah, so this is all it is, really. This is all they showed through an HBO Max sizzle reel. And it was just this. This is like...
He shoots from his ass. That's awesome.
Well, what I like here, she's like, why are you wearing this in public? And he's like, it's a uniform. So, but look at the car there. It has Peacemaker is the license plate.
Yeah, Peacemaker.
So I feel like
they showed that in like a promo on the social media account too.
Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this show goes. I'm looking forward to more info. But this looks fun. It looks like it feels like it's in the same vein as Suicide Squad, because it looks like
basically more of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and I have nothing against that.
Me neither.
I have nothing against that. Like, but I'm wondering, are we going to get to see any other characters from the Suicide Squad show up? I think that's been asked to James Gunn, but he hasn't really said anything.
He's not giving out much details about this series yet.
I mean, like, you know, I would love it if King Shark showed up.
I mean, that's the fan favorite, right? So,
well, and there's that. And so Steve Agee, who plays like he's the bigger guy, that's going to be in the show. If you saw the end credit scene of the movie, he was the other guy there. He was the body double for King Shark, the mocap guy on set.
I'm not sure they put King Shark in though, because this seems like it's going to be like a lower budget, like just a little add-on to the movie. I'm not sure, because like he's all CGI. I feel like it's mostly going to be more grounded characters. At least that's kind of the impression I get from this series.
It kind of sucks that Polka Dot Man died, because I'd love it if
oh yeah, I mean,
if they brought him back or whatever.
Kind of sucks a lot of those characters died, but whatever.
We'll have to wait and see like who they bring in. And also the other thing here that I'm having a little bit of trouble with is I loved Rick Flag. And I'm a big Kinnaman fan, and his death in the movie bothered me. And then how they did it bothered me. And I know that's what they were going for. I know that's what Gunn was going for, but it's like, I like Peacemaker as a character, and I thought John Cena did a great job in the role. So the problem I have with this is like, he killed like one of my favorite characters. I understand why it happened. I know they're going to try to redeem him as a character, but it's one of those things. I don't quite know. Donovan here says there's a rumor that he might be alive. How the fuck is he alive? We saw the thing. We saw it pierce his heart. We saw ceramics literally like pierce his heart. You know, I think he's dead. Geek Prime here says, or Harley Quinn. I don't think Margot Robbie's going to come back for a cameo in a show.
No, she's not. She's
I don't see
bigger
it.
than that at this point.
Ratcatcher, maybe, but then again, she does not like him at the end because he was going to kill her.
Nobody likes Peacemaker.
Yeah. You know, so I don't know. I mean, granted, okay, I agree with you, Donovan. This is DC. Anything is possible. This is true. The Watcher here says Polka Dot was GOAT and they did him dirty. They didn't really do him dirty.
They did a character that was worthless good. That's how you should look at it. Like,
yeah, and the thing is
he meant nothing.
Sorry, spoilers. I figured at this point everyone would have seen it. But sorry. But anyway, yeah. Well, there was also a lot of stuff there about Polka Dot Man as a character in regards to his emotional state and like how he's always wanting people to feel sorry for him. And so like we, as audience members, we felt sorry for him.
Yeah,
and then it's like, but was that manipulated in order to feel that way?
They never talk about why he's in jail. They never talk about that. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, so they definitely need to I would love to get more background on all that stuff. Oh yeah, Rational here says Bane shows up, LMAO. If that turns out to be true, the amount of fucking like gloating Grace Randolph is going to be nuts.
Grace Randolph.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. I want to see Peacemaker, but I'll have to see. Also here, I agree with HWAD's Bloodsport needs a spinoff. I agree. Bloodsport and Deadshot need to team up, man. Could you imagine a Will Smith Idris Elba movie?
Oh. Hopefully we won't have to eventually. But.
Oh, that would be so fucking cool. Like, that would be great. I'd love to watch both those guys. Let's see here. Hold on. HBAR says, Matt had me thinking Polka Dot Man was GOAT, but King Shark was the MVP. Yeah, you changed your Twitter profile to be Nawe. So yeah, you did. Anyway, and McClouder says, I mean, we, not just the US, but lost in the Middle East yet there. Oh yeah. In the Middle East we did. Yet there are hundreds of FPS games in the Middle East, during the Gulf War, Operation Iraqi Freedom in modern day. That was like, yes, but our justification for going into the Middle East was purely like jingoistic. And again, a lot of it was like revenge for 9/11. We had a reason. Whatever your belief on that might be. That was our reason for going in. Our reason for going into Vietnam was to like keep the fucking Russians out. Like the French went in and the French fucked it up and they left and then they called us to help and we went in there. And then we got stuck with the fucking problem. But it was really to like stop the Soviets from advancing.
Iron Man 1, how that took place in the Middle East. Originally, in the original Iron Man origin story, that was actually in the Vietnam War. A little bit true.
Now, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, having it take place in Operation Iraqi Freedom and all that. Don't get me wrong, like the whole thing is terrible, right? Like all of that conflict is terrible and it's resulted in nothing good. I mean, like I'm not trying to get political, but it's, like we talk about the 3,000 deaths on 9/11, tragic, avoidable 100%, if they would have acted on the intelligence that they had, but I'm not gonna go down that pathway. But as a result of us going after these countries, like, there's over 180,000 civilian casualties in Iraq. And like, no one ever talks about that, and it's like the human cost of people who did nothing wrong, but just happen to be associated with a country whose government and religious fundamentalism is terrible. Caused, it's shitty. And I honestly am not a big fan of like the FPS games that are based in the Middle East. Like I didn't play, what was that one? The Line? What's it called? Spec Ops, The Line. I didn't play that one. The missions in like some of the Call of Duty games that were set in the Middle East, I'm just kind of like, all right, we're here again. I prefer like us taking on an actual enemy like Russia. I like those missions. I feel like aliens. That's more, or zombies. Realistic shit.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. That's how it fucking
in the real world. Like, come on.
Seriously. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just kind of like whatever with it. Okay, Ryan here with $20, man. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that. It says here, Vietnam films: Platoon, Forrest Gump, Full Metal Jacket, Born on the 4th of July, Jacob's Ladder, Watchmen. Yeah, Watchmen. It is. Good Morning Vietnam, Operation Dumbo Drop, Rambo, First Blood Part 2, Deer Hunter. No, I know there's a lot of movies that are set in the Vietnam War, but a lot of the ones you referenced here are also like coming off of the Vietnam War by about 20 years. Platoon was in the 80s, Forrest Gump was 94, Full Metal Jacket was in the 80s, Born for 80s. Watchmen was written during that time. So, and then again, it only really deals with like elements of Vietnam. So the movie itself wasn't about Vietnam. There's also, I think, Casualties of War is another one. A lot of these are from like, again, Operation Dumbo Drop might be one of like the last ones. That was a mid-90s Disney film starring Dennis Leary and Danny Glover. So I mean, but I get you. I get what you're trying to say, but I think it's just like nowadays you're not really looking at anyone wanting to go back and say, "Hey, let's go to Vietnam. Let's go explore that era." It just it's a blemish on our history. It's a blemish on our past. So I that's what I get that. Mo Moon here says Grace Randolph shows up. You missed last super chat. What did I miss? Was it the Ryan one? I get to him when I can get to him, guys. Like, sorry, I did miss this one here. I'm sorry, buddy. Maybe we can get a game that takes place in the 60s, and you get to choose between being a hippie or a hawk. What would a hippie do in a video game?
Suck dick.
No, what okay, they might. Sexual revolution, you know what I mean? Happened after that. No, I mean, like, I don't know what it would be like. Would they like, is it a sim game? They get parachuted into it's like Mass Effect it's like Mass Effect, but for fucking Vietnam. It's like you can be a paragon or you can be the bad guy. So like, hi, my name is Commander Shepard, and I'm here to teach you the ways of cultivating a rice paddy, and how to and bring.
All right, stop right there, Matt. Might as well just stop right there.
Oh, we got the opium fields. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, it's all fucking CIA run shit. Anyway,
Okay.
I.
All right, man.
All right.
We haven't even talked about the main topic.
I know. These conversations are so much fun. H Bar's here, $2, buddy. Thank you. Says, now I'm real Defoe cinema. That's right, you are.
Defoe.
That's right, you really are. Yes, Sean says MASH was Korean War. Yes, it was. Kong Skull Island is in Vietnam. Kong Skull Island takes place during Vietnam, but at the end of the war. So it's not. It's literally like at the end of the war. That was like one of the whole points of going into the island. Sam Jackson's like, and the other guys are like, I'm not ready to be out of the shit yet, and that's why they were all like gung ho about going and fighting a gigantic fucking ape. And how well did it work out for them? They practically all died. All right, yeah, I know. Let's get.
Spoilers.
I know. Anyway, let me take a quick screenshot here. All right. For the timestamps, I have to make sure I do that just right. So let's talk about this image today. All right.
The biggest disappointment I've had as a DC fan in years.
So, like, this, again, I asked the question an hour and 47 minutes into the stream. Who is this movie for?
Batman fans.
Because there really is, like, it is for Batman fans. I think, what'd you say? Like, is the Flash even the star of his own movie?
No, he feels like a side character in his own film. That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, no, and that's really what it is. Now, people are obviously speculating heavily about what this means. They are speculating heavily about what this could potentially be, and they definitely want to know more. And obviously, Muschietti is teasing a lot. But look, okay, so the big thing here is what this is like. Referencing is according to the DC fandom wiki, this is Bruce Wayne from Earth 52. All right, otherwise known as Red Death, and that's what it's effectively.
Oh my god, this is an amalgamation version of like. No, yes. I don't think that's what this is. I think people are looking too much into this if they think this is actually like an alternate version of like.
Well, I mean, like, look, you've got it's a reverse image of this where maybe it's like Batman. They come across he's got the bat suit, but he ends up doing. I don't know. This could also be something. Because, look, there's more blood up here, too.
I think this is just to show off that, like, Batman is going to be a core central part of the film. That's why they're going with, like, that's the Michael Keaton Batman logo, right?
That's Batman Returns logo.
That looks nothing like that other character that you showed off. And I know they changed, like, costumes from, like, film to film, but this does not look like it could be an actual character's costume. You think this could be an actual character's costume in the movie? No,
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. I just like, that's the thing is we literally have like no fucking idea.
You know what this makes me think of? You know how a bunch of people accuse Tom Holland of being Iron Boy Jr.? That's legitimately seems like what they're trying to do with the Flash and Batman.
Yeah.
Just make him like little Batman. It's like he's so much different. He's his own hero. He's like he's an equal to Batman on the fucking Justice League. He should not be treated like a goddamn sidekick. This is just the movie's not called Flashpoint. It's called The Flash. This is the point I was trying to make on my channel. Like, it's called The Flash. Is it that hard to ask for it to actually be primarily about the Flash? All the marketing is about Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman. That's all it is.
Yeah, because they know. I'm just telling you guys. Like, I don't feel like there was much to Ezra Miller's character in Justice League. Or we got a lot more with him in the Snyder Cut, but this movie is not based off of the Snyder Cut. This movie is based off of 2017. So that, of course, becomes the bigger issue where Andy Muschietti is, I think, trying to give us something that we've never seen before. And to be fair, having two Batmen on screen, having the Flash, having Supergirl, this feels like, again, like a setup movie. Like this feels like Justice League 2.0 or Justice League 1.5. You know, where
I think we're going to see more than the two Batmen, by the way. I think we're going to see more than that. I think we're going to see Kevin Conroy in live action as Batman, too. That's just an idea that I've been thinking because he was in Crisis on Infinite Earths as a live action Batman. And that's got me thinking recently. He probably will be in this movie. I think there's a chance he could be.
Well, now they say here that Bem, I can never pronounce your name. Sorry, buddy. Says, I'd argue this image is primarily a tie-in to Batman Day. But Batman Day was yesterday. And this came out today.
Yeah, this came out
So
today.
it's like, that's kind of weird that, like, you know, I don't know why he would drop it the day after. It makes no sense. And that is unless, like, they scheduled it to go out and, like, they totally just screwed up the date, which can happen. You know, but they are shooting in Scotland. They are shooting in Glasgow, really where a lot of this stuff is from, you know, where the 89 Batman was shot. And so it's going to take place a lot in that version of Michael Keaton's, of universe. But obviously, I think it's going to pull in more things because of that. Now, HWAD's here is saying that Andy said his script changed because of Zack Snyder's Justice League. See, I don't know how much of that I for one, I haven't read that quote, so I'm not disagreeing with you, but I haven't read it. And then two, the movie started shooting literally like days after the Snyder Cut came out. Unless they watched it earlier. And I don't know. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with that. So if you can DM me that information on Twitter, that'd be great, buddy. I'd like to see it. I would. But I'm just a little bit concerned because if this is Red Death, which everyone is now trying to argue, it could just be a massive misdirect. The movie's already overloaded as it is. You know, it's exceptionally overloaded as it is.
This is like the Mephisto of this movie, isn't it?
Well, kinda. And even
except it's not true.
Makes a good point. Yeah. Says maybe he just threw that out to fuck with everybody, trying to catch everyone off guard. It makes sense. I mean, look, we got DC Fandom coming up in less than a month. And this is going to get people talking about the Flash. Hold on. Okay, wait. The official designation based off Crisis is Earth 89. For what? For this
Batman
character?
89?
I don't know what you're talking about. So, the Watcher says Red Death would be the main villain. You know, but I agree with Jacob here. Don't you want to see Reverse Flash as the villain for the Flash movie? No, I want to see him as a villain as fucking Flashpoint. Like, I mean, isn't that the whole thing where like Barry goes back to save his mom and then that fucks everything up and shit? Like, I mean, yeah, fine. I want, but I want him to actually take on Eobard Thawne. I don't want it to be this like Barry is fighting a version of himself. You know, did you hear that rumor too? Like, there's a rumor that Barry's fighting a version of himself in this film.
Yeah, that's why it's called The Flash, because it's actually about the Flash as a hero and a villain. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I guess I was kind of doing that.
You were going a little Hank Hill on that one, yeah. Oh, damn it, Bobby, I just want to see the Flash. But I don't know, man. I think it's just like it's kind of retarded. I'm just gonna say it.
Whoa.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're okay. Hold on here. He's getting 3 movies. He can come later. Red Death is worse than Reverse Flash. Oh, talking about the rumor that they want to do more with Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is not going to be the person anyone talks about with this movie. Ezra Miller is literally just going to be the react guy that the audience like goes along with on the journey. So when the audience like, wow, we're in the Batcave. Holy shit, we haven't been here in 30 years. We're going to listen to Barry Allen go, whoa, this is the Batcave. This is totally different than Bruce's. I mean, my Bruce's, not you, Bruce, but my Bruce from my
Wait, I'm
universe.
not supposed to say your name, am I? I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Are we not saying our superhero names? I'm Barry Allen. I'm also known as the guy who chokes bitches. And
Jesus Christ, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. We've all seen it. It's real, kind of like the land and water world. And but I'm saying like that's the whole point of him is he's going to be like the guy who cracks like the silly jokes. And I crack silly jokes. I would be more of a sidekick character to be in a situation like this. Is he going to be the hero? Like, I don't know. It feels like he's going to have to train under 89 Batman. Like Michael Keaton's going to have to train him.
What the fuck is Batman gonna teach someone who has super speed and can break the fucking sound barrier and like travel to different dimensions?
I don't know. At the end of the Snyder Cut, didn't Barry say he's like going into like administration of justice field or something like that at college?
Yeah, but that wasn't in the theatrical cut. So
right, not canon. That should just be.
I mean, I hope. I don't know. We'll see. Like. Because one has to be canon or the other, and they didn't put that in the Justice League.
Yeah, the rumor is that Barry, like that Eobard Thawne will be he'll be mimicking Barry. He'll be the Barry on that Earth, and that's going to be the Reverse Flash, and that's going to be the villain. So it's like the Barry that they come across in that Earth will be that's Barry versus himself.
What?
And that's the rumor. That's the rumor that he's going to be versus himself. That he's going to beat himself.
Wait, you're trying to wait. Are you saying the one from the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie?
No. Yeah, Eobard Thawne. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I was getting confused for a second. I thought I'm sorry. I thought I completely misread what you were saying. But no, that's still stupid regardless. Like I don't want. That's dumb. Why would you do that for the first film?
Okay, so let me I'll bring this up here. Is this I know they talked about it on okay, I'm just gonna bring this one in. So this is potentially spoilers. Yeah, I'm being honest with you guys. So according to the Direct, this is what they said. And I think Mikey Sutton also reported on this as well. I have to touch base with them on that too. But it's saying here, Ezra Miller's Barry Allen to face a darker version of himself in the Flash movie. So they're saying that this is going to be Barry versus himself. So it's going to be Reverse Flash, but instead of like doing like Harrison Wells like it was in the show, it's going to be Barry Allen in this world. Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's really lazy.
It's super lazy.
Just throw a bunch of alternative versions of characters at the fucking wall and see what sticks.
But that's kind of the point. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with all this, man. Like they don't care about any of this stuff, right? Like they don't actually like they're just saying like the multiverse. That's what they're doing. That's all they've been doing is just saying the multiverse over and over and over again, thinking that this is going to be how things are going to go. It's just really stupid. I'm not happy with like how this is going to play out. But since I want to be more on the positive side, all right, I'm not calling this like woke trash or nothing like that. I trust Andy Muschietti to make a good movie. I don't necessarily trust Christina Hodson to write a good movie, which is why I think this Barry Allen versus himself thing completely reeks like Birds of Prey and Bumblebee. And I would hope that if that was what they went with, like they decided to change that during production. But then again, Muschietti could do something where it ends up being a better approach.
Oh, we saw from Birds of Prey how many bad ideas were had during production of that film.
Oh yeah. But I will say I went back. I was watching some of like the action scene again in the jail cell, like in the police station.
The part that the director wasn't really involved in.
Yeah, it was good. The action was really solid in that movie.
Well, I wonder why.
Yeah, I know. Chad Stileski, everyone.
Someone with actual talent,
John Wick director comes on in and saves the day. I feel bad for Kathy Yan because I kind of took it away from her, but at the same time, it's like I haven't watched Birds of Prey in over a year and a half. And I'm not caring about going back to it. I don't care.
Yeah. Sucks.
So on that one, we just hit the 2-hour mark. There's one less thing to get through here, but I do want to quickly address Simon's $10 super chat, buddy. Thank you. Again, going back to the Vietnam films, saying here, speaking of Vietnam movies, I now know the comparisons between Full Metal Jacket and Stripes. Full Metal Jacket's, oh, me so horny. Stripes, oh, I wish I was a loafer. I mean, the loafer is being gay, right? Like that's the whole thing, being gay. That was being a loafer. That was a term for that back in the day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All I'm saying, for one, I love Full Metal Jacket. 2, Stripes is one of the best comedies of all time. That I think it's overshadowed by because it came out in the early 80s. Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, John Larroquette, Sean Young. Was it Judge Reinhold is in it? John Candy is in it. It's got a good cast. Harold Ramis even directed it, I think. Yeah, he directed it, right? Harold. Who directed Stripes? Ivan Reitman directed. My bad. I thought Harold Ramis. He was in it. Eugene Levy is in it. I didn't know that. Oh no, not Eugene. Sorry, not he wasn't in it. That's just something that Google told me. Who else is in it? Yeah, Bill Murray, John Candy, John Larroquette, John Deal. Yeah, like a lot of people. Dave Thomas. Oh my God, Dave Thomas from Doug and Bob. Bill Paxton was in it too. Good old Bill Paxton. So anyway, and then H Bar's here says, well.
Wheel.
Did you see that clip?
No.
Well, what do you know?
I'm not gonna.
That tortures people when I do that. That tortures them when I do that.
I'll refrain my opinions on race, Randolph.
H Bar's here. Did you get my Game of Thrones intro? I saw you sent it to me, but I totally forgot to watch it. And I cannot download video clips from Twitter DMs.
Yep, it's impossible.
It's not impossible. There's like a really weird way to go about it, but
it's effectively impossible. Like
they make it really weird. I don't know why. It's super weird. So, Rational here asks, why won't they let Andy make his film without Warner's meddling, adding characters that aren't needed? Well, we don't know how much meddling is being done by Warner's. I at this point, I think they're trying to take the DCEU to its climactic conclusion and then end it. I think they're trying to end it. I don't know when, but you can't sit there and in 2022 have the Batman and then at the end 6 months later have Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck on screen and have be the year of Batman. So it's kind of fucking weird. The whole thing is weird. Let's see. Stripes gets overshadowed by Ghostbusters because of how many went from Stripes to Ghostbusters. No, that's true. Rhea here says Caddyshack 2 is a hidden gem. You take that back. Huh. Caddyshack is a gem. Caddyshack 2 is like, okay, Caddyshack is the best golf movie ever made. The worst golf movie ever made is Caddyshack 2. Even fucking Robert Stack and Jackie Mason couldn't make Caddyshack 2 a better movie. Or was it Dan Aykroyd is like the survivalist in that one? Like, I'm just, I gotta watch it again. Enosh is going live soon. What? He must be waiting for me to finish up. All right. So finally tonight, let's talk about, this is something that popped up today. This is sent to me. Apparently
Oh, cool.
We got some new trailers that are coming out. We got the Morbius trailer 2 coming tomorrow, or today, really. It's after midnight. Then, of course, this week we got Sylvester Stallone's Samaritan, the Eternals with new extended footage coming this Thursday. And then apparently the next Spider-Man No Way Home trailer debuts Monday, October 4th.
Do you believe that?
Well, what was I saying about that? What was I saying about the next time we get a trailer?
I thought you said it was
going
to come out around Venom, or was that someone else?
And Venom comes out on
the
1st of October, which means that
wouldn't it come out then? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I would assume that what they were going to do, if they'd probably put the Venom, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer 2 in theaters only, and that would draw. I mean, look, that movie it would leak online instantaneously. You know, it would be online within.
I don't want the shitty version.
Well, that's the point. You go see it so you don't get the shitty version.
Oh no!
That's the whole.
Those.
That's the whole point.
Those fuckers.
I mean, I remember. Well, I mean, like they used to do that. You know,
no,
they used to do that back in the day. It was always like, "Do you want to see the newest trailer?"
We've evolved.
Coming this Friday to blank movie is featuring the new trailer for Ex Pendejos #9. You know, and it's like they would do this all the time, or they would premiere it like before YouTube really. Like I remember, not before YouTube. Well, not really. Yeah, even after that, they would make it a big deal because that would drive people to the box office. Look. The thing is, though, there's even I'll see if I can find it real quick because there was a post I saw from Sony Pictures, and it was like literally again, like I keep saying, none of these fucking people, like they are not even hiding it anymore. All right, they are not even hiding anything in regards to Spider-Man. They're just letting it, like anything you want to know about this movie. They are letting it be out there, even going as far as to say like that the universe is expanding, and I'm trying to see like if I could find that because there was an advert they put out that was like, it might be Sony Pictures UK that did it. Let me take a look here. Sony Pictures. Let's see. Hold on. Venom, universe. Yeah. Universe is expand. There we go. Because there's like, I might be able to find the thing here. Yeah. Here we go. This just popped up. All right. All right. There won't be any sound. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I didn't bring it up on the screen. Okay. So this is, there's no sound on it because I just don't have the thing. But look, it's like in 2 weeks, the universe is expanding in Venom. What does that mean? I mean, do you think that really means that it's like, we know what it means. We know that it's coded language.
Everyone knows what it means
for Spider-Man. We get that. But but then they could argue at some point, well, it's really like it's expanding by adding another symbiote, by adding Carnage. That's expansion. Like that's probably going to be some lame, like fucking first year, PR guys like, well, that's what Ryan Reynolds would do. No, they think of something better, but they're just letting this movie be out there now. Like we entirely know this is, but anyway, what I'm interested in though, honest to God, if this is true, the Morbius trailer 2, because it's going to be confirmed release in January. If they're not pushing back Venom and they're not pushing back Spider-Man Far From Home or No Way Home, they are definitely not going to be pushing back Morbius, which is comes out mid-January. And I think they're gonna be able to really kind of sell it as the universe expanding, and give us more from that. And
I'm skeptical on how Morbius will perform.
I don't know.
I don't know if Jared Leto can hold a comic book film. He's gonna have to really fight hard for it. Well, people's goodwill.
Look, I mean, we've talked a lot of crap about John Campia, all right, and we criticized John because, well, I don't want to say we love him. We don't love him. But the thing with John Campia is he saw footage from it at CinemaCon, and he spoke very highly of it. So did his friend Aaron Cummings. They both they both end up like they were speaking very highly of Morbius. Like it was high on their list of things to see. So whatever they showed is going to be something that is going to be very enticing, and it's going to be very interesting. And again, like as much as I love the MCU, I'm kind of more excited to see what Sony does. Predominantly because I really want to see, like, I think they're trying some new shit. You know, like they're giving us like this ancillary, these side stories that like, you know, take us further out into the realm of shit. And I mean, the Marvel shows on Disney Plus have been doing that, and I like that. So hold on, Jacob here says Matt, Morbius would not make any money at the box office. Coming 5 weeks after, or like 4 or 5 weeks after the release of No Way Home, yes, it will.
It's like, going to have the Captain Marvel effect, isn't it?
It's going to totally have that, yeah. Donovan here says Jared looks better suited for this than Joker. Probably. I like his Joker, though. But I like Reyes' comment here. This is pretty funny. Venom is 90 minutes with commercials and credits. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were making a joke. Oh, it's only 90 minutes with trailers and credits? Ooh, that's short. That's short. Javier here says, wait, is Morbius going up against Scream 5? Maybe.
Screw 5.
That's going to be fun. I want to see Scream 5. The reason why I want to see Scream 5 is because it's being directed by the guys who did Ready or Not. And those guys, I really, 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 really love Ready or Not. So if you haven't seen it here, all right, Morbius, the film. All right, so Scream 5, January 14th. Let me just double check here. Okay, sorry. Morbius is now January 28th. So 2 weeks after Scream 5. So that's not bad. That's actually going to be pretty good. So gives it 2 weeks there. All right. So that is all I got for tonight. This was a long but fun conversation.
No, it was a good one.
I really appreciate everyone tuning in. It's always nice to come back in the week and kind of dive into everything that happened over the weekend. I'm humbly asking that you leave the video a like, because Miss Minutes got me hostage and she's going to shoot me if you don't get the likes. And also remember to trigger our arch nemesis, Mace Grandolph. And then also don't spoil shit, because Venom is going to punch you.
That's a long finger.
It's a long. Hey man, look, his finger is literally a COVID test.
Jesus Christ.
They don't call it a brain tickler for nothing. Anyway. God damn.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I am a moron. That is always a good take from me. But all right, let's take a quick look here. Last couple little things. Let's see here. Music Mania says I'll be on Enosh's stream. I didn't realize he's going live. I guess my mic cut out a few. That's unfortunate. Rhea here with, she reminds us that Paul Blart came out in January. So anything is possible for popularity. I didn't realize. Well, hey, if I got to the end of 2 hours with my mic waiting this long to cut out, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
That's not bad, actually. So, it is what it is. All right, let's see here. H-Bar says Andrew is not in No Way Home in 8K. Yes. Well, I think he's referring to I removed the image, but that whole Andrew thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anthony here says you're funny, Matthew. Your stream helps me with mental health. Well, thank you very much, man.
That's awesome. Glad to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, man. Go get some more VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Casey Walsh says she tried to get Christian Bale for Flash cameo. Oh, really? They were trying to get Christian Bale. I mean, that makes sense, but why would Christian Bale coming back? I think would kind of delineate things. To be my honest mind, Val Kilmer just in the suit, but not talking would be cool too. But I think Christian Bale, he kind of, he got a full arc with it. I think that's why he got a full arc. So he doesn't really have anything else he has to live up to.
What, you weren't happy with what Michael Keaton got?
Did Michael Keaton go away happy? Did
right.
the Batman Returns, did it end with him and Selena Kyle in an Italian village enjoying each other's company?
No.
And no, it didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotham was still fucked up. We don't know how bad it got to him. Anyway. No, I'm okay here. Actually, Drake here says scheduling conflicts with Thor 4 probably. And I'm pretty sure Marvel offered him more money and more to do. Because, Christian Bale is an actor's actor on that front. He likes to act.
Yeah, he's being
So-
Zeus in that movie, right?
No, he's playing Gore the God Butcher.
Oh yeah, the God Butcher. Yeah, that's right.
Butcher.
Yeah, Superman's dad is going to be Zeus. I got them confused. Russell Crowe, that's the guy.
Yeah. Oh, is he Zeus in the movie?
Yes, he's Zeus.
Oh, I didn't know that. I know he's in the movie. I just didn't know what he was doing in the movie.
I'm kind of afraid that he's just going to be shown off getting killed by Gore the God Butcher in a flashback. That's kind of what I'm concerned about. But
That's okay though.
no, it's not. Don't waste that guy's talent.
Yeah, but it's a Russell Crowe. It's like, I mean, look, he was great as Jor-El. Yeah. He was great as Jor-El.
Great casting, and then they immediately killed him off because they had to, because it's Jor-El. But I would just hate to see that happen again in another superhero film where he gets cast as a good character to fit him, and we just don't see him. But,
yeah. Oh man, I know that was. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Shiftyism here says, I had to program my parents' DVR to record all their fall shows last night. Remember when fall TV premieres were a big thing? Oh yeah. I remember that. They all happen on Sunday night. They happen on Sunday night, so people talk about them on Monday morning. So it's like, that's the whole point of the water cooler aspect of it. So Netflix dumping everything on a Friday. I mean, the people who are going to plow through on the weekend are going to be able to talk about it, but there's nothing worse. Literally, there's nothing worse than going into a conversation when it's let's say The Witcher season 2. Okay. Witcher season 2 drops on a Friday. Annie and I, we watch it. We're talking about it. H-Barts comes in the conversation. He's only seen 2 episodes. Right. And then it's no, don't spoil anything. But we're already engaged in a conversation. We've already enjoyed it. Now we have to kind of wait and go, shit. All right, fine. We won't spoil anything. So releasing it week to week gives people the opportunity to kind of watch at their leisure. Now, look, I'm 3 episodes behind on What If. Almost 4 episodes. If I don't watch this week's, I've been trying, but it's at the same time, that's my own choice. If they had released the whole season at once, I would have already watched it, but we'd already be done talking about it.
True.
So there's a lot of that stuff. It's one of those things where I still think the week to week aspect of the release schedule is best. Do 3 episodes up front, right? And then do week to week. I think that is the best. It gives you your binge. You get a mini binge. You get hooked on it, right? And then it's but 3 episodes of something is not a daunting task. 3 episodes versus 8 or 20 episodes or something. That's a lot of time investment. If you give people 3 episodes, they watch 3 episodes, and then the next week they get 1 more, they'll be happy. They'll think about it. They'll come back. It's a really good strategy.
It is.
Yeah, I know. Music Man goes you got to finish watching it. Maybe I will tonight because I don't want to dive into. I've been working on Dishonored and I don't feel like diving into it right now. So there's that. But all right, man. I gotta go use the bathroom. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up. But thank you very much, Anna, for coming on. And when are you gonna go live again on your channel? People can go check that out.
I'm gonna probably go live again either Monday or Tuesday. You guys should go check out the newest fucking video I made. I put a lot of effort into it. It's the Irate Gamer one. I'm gonna keep showing that shit out. And if you guys really do want to support, I've got Patreon and Streamlabs. If you guys want to go the extra mile, I'm raising money for an e-bike. And thanks for having me on as always, man. It's always fun coming on here.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I appreciate you for coming on. Same with Max. RJ has school tomorrow, so he couldn't come on. And but that's great. I love the convo. We had a wide variety of stuff tonight. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Another episode. Who knows what's going to happen? Anything happens on HWAD.
HWAD.
Shiftyism here says easy on the plunger. I promise nothing. I promise nothing. That plunger is dead. And good night.